Hey, what's going on? Welcome to War of the Realms, session 6. We made it. 6 episodes. No TPK. Yay, yes. And in today's session, we have a very, very special guest. Welcome, Miss Gina Darling.
Hello,
Yay!
hi. Hi, everyone. I am Gina Darling. I'm so happy to be here. Today, I will be playing alongside you as a cleric that is a dwarf, and I'm so very excited to heal you along the way.
We appreciate it. Thank you for those heals, and thank you for being here. Who knew putting out a hey, who wants to play a game on Twitter would come up with such great results? This is awesome. I love the internet. Okay, so not much else to go off the top. Thank you for all being here. We're just going to jump into where we last left off. So like we do at the start of every session, everybody, grab your favorite drinks, grab your favorite sets of dice, and let us dive into tonight's session of War of the Realms. So, last we left off, the party, yet to be named, I will say, the party having made their way to the deepest nether regions of Zorzula's Rest, finally came head to head, blow to blow with the goblin cult leader, the self-proclaimed Herald of Change, Ruxathid. After being led down with the aid of Blob and a goblin guide down here in the mines, you wound up making your way to the Indigo Sanctuary, what used to be maybe a sacred room of prayer for the long-lost dwarven Denzians whose mine this once belonged to, now a place of worship for something much more sinister and dark. Illuminated by blue light with flowing lava all over. You came face to face with this person that's been affecting this part of Valstiba for the better part of the last few weeks. Some words were said, you weren't quite sure what you were getting into, but once Ruxathid's power started to kind of grow, you acted. Well, Torben acted. Body checking that goblin glide, not even getting his name, which we realized earlier today, because who needs names, chucked him into the lava, and thus the battle was on. You had a few ideas of how you were going to approach this fight. Some tactics were initiated, but one thing you didn't really plan for was the fact that the massive dwarven statue that Ruxathid was standing behind animated and came to life. So you were not only fighting a psychically charged Ruxathid, but a walking, breathing statue as well. Many huge moves were initiated. Some missed on both sides. Some big moves I wanted to implement missed completely. Some that you wanted to implement missed completely. It was a lot of back and forth. Ruxathid eventually trying to fly in the air out of an exit to try to reach more of his goblin pals to aid him, but Torben, doing a massive Hulk smash jump, reached up and grabbed Ruxathid with all of your might, and with the two of you kind of rocking in the air, try to take him towards the statue to help, but eventually you were able to bring Ruxathid down and just toss him into the lava, with Torben basically just slowly sinking him feet first until there was nothing left. The statue also being shoved into the lava by, I'm trying to remember, was it Lewin? Walla?
Yep, Lewin.
Lewin, that's right. Great moves all around, and also bringing to the light the new leadership of Blob, who in the middle of the fight you were able to convince that Ruxathid killed his pal Zeke, thus causing this emotional combustion within, allowing him to take control of these psychic abilities that were granted to him, with green flame alighting him in all directions. At one point, using a telekinetic push to shove the statue over prone, that very much helped you guys out for a minute. But yes, the battle was intense, lots of emotional highs and lows, and eventually you came out on top. So once those evil baddies were taken care of, you noticed some rooms off to the side of the sanctuary that you hadn't noticed yet. One apparently holding prisoners of some kind, local villagers that were chained, that were offered as sacrifices to whatever voices were coming out of Rux's head. Some you were privy to when you broke the crystal out of his skull, and all kinds of dark, like necrotic voices poured out, signaling to all of you that 4 of these shards, one that you have in your possession, 4 of them have been found and are being brought to undisclosed locations, and that there are 3 left that these mysterious figures are looking for. But with the villagers found, one person in particular, a Spellblade captain, that of the Arcane Dominion, was also there in that rich sort of blue garb that you had noticed before in the village. Few words were exchanged, and this person offered their name to you, that of Austin Demery. Also saying that he had been down here for a very long time, which is peculiar because an Austin Demery at the start of this story was looking for you in Crystalbrook Village, particularly connected to Thornton Reed. And that, everyone, is where we last left off. So, with all of that now come to light, my players, party, what would you all like to do?
Have we secured the elevator right now from continuing to go up? I know Clara's been holding on to it, and I was trying to tie the lever. Can I just, like, now that we're out of combat, keep trying to hold that lever down?
Yes. We can say that the elevator that took you down to the sanctuary, that you have been able to tie it off so that the lever is just constantly pulled so it can't go up. Because during the fight, you noticed that there were some green shades of light above at the opening of the elevator shaft, signaling that some gobbies might have been up there trying to get down to you, and you didn't want them to come down, so you just like locked it in place. But we can say that, you know, you guys are tired, you're beaten, you're battered, you've just tied it off with a rope so they can't get down.
We can't hear them from down here, right? Like, it's not a constant noise, right?
No, you heard a little bit of a commotion, just kind of like a little bit of rambling of just like, what's going on? But there was some green light up there. There seemed like to be a bit of a commotion. They can't seem to get down. So as you've been down here, the green light just kind of faded. Like it looked like they were trying to get down, but they couldn't figure out. So they just kind of left for a while. You did have an action or an idea to let Blob go up there and talk to them. But you had said like, oh, what if he goes up there and they all die? Because there's still creepy things up there. Mm-hmm. And you didn't want to risk that. You didn't want to risk him taking the elevator up and then you couldn't use it to get out, or you might be trapped. So you kind of just like, let's just sleep here for now. And
I turn to you all, interrupting our beautiful DM. Thank you. And I say, why? Why don't we send an ambassador up with Blob, and once they've properly left the premises, you can just bring it back down, and then we can tie it down so Blob can, complete their quest, and we can stay safe down here with all of these poor people who clearly cannot run from creepy zombies. Does that sound like a plan?
I can't walk.
Can we ask Reed to go? Hey Reed, you wanna go with Blobby?
You look over to Thornton Reed.
Oh.
One of the last questions you had asked before we ended our session was, what was Thornton's face looking at Austin Demery?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So as you go over to ask Thornton this question, you just see him kind of like staring at Austin Demery. They're kind of like, Austin's kind of off by the entrance to this ramshackled room they were all housed in. He's kind of talking to one of the villagers, Austin is, and Thornton's kind of like maybe like 50 feet away, just like looking at him. Austin hasn't clocked that Thornton's here yet, but he's just kind of like lost in thought. And then you go to address Reed, and he's just a bit distracted, and then you go over to him and say like, hey buddy, do you want to go upstairs? What? Yeah, that's fine. Blobby boy, you want to go upstairs?
You good, buddy? You seem a little distracted.
Yeah, no, I'll be fine. I got some shit I gotta figure out when we get back to the outside, but it'll be okay. Blobby boy, hey Blobby, and then you see Blob kind of like looking at the other villagers, cleaning up the mess that you guys kind of made with Ruxathid and the statue. You see him kind of like doesn't have a broom, but he's like all the bouldered pieces of the statue is like putting in a neat little pile. It still has that big crystal coming off of his forehead. This is kind of like thrumming around, like the straps that you put him on aren't like super tight, so it's kind of like wobbling as he's just kind of like moving around.
I think I'll talk to them for a little while. We got this now, right? I'm the new guy. I'm the big wig around here, yeah? Yeah, so this makes me the king of the mountain kind of thing, I guess. Yeah?
Right.
Does. That's you.
Absolutely.
Just like keeps like playing with it as it just wobbles back and forth.
All right, well, I think they're still up there. Yeah, let's go. Reed, go.
Yeah, let's go fucking do it. You guys stay down here. We'll be back later, right? Okay.
Safe travels. Don't get bitten.
And they go up to the elevator shaft. Kind of loosen that rope that you had on Clara. Start going up.
Is anyone going to tell Blob that thing on his forehead is just ridiculous? I can't.
No, absolutely
He's
not.
proud of it.
He
He's
looks
proud of it. Leave it.
Absolutely not.
It's a symbol, Hermita.
It is a symbol.
It's obscene.
It's beautiful. I don't know what you mean.
I've only read about those in books. I've never seen one in person.
What do you mean? You've never seen a crystal in person?
Well, that one looks indecent.
It just looks like a crystal. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. And I'll just say sure, and I'll turn away and fiddle with.
Roll is just giggling.
So, do we want to talk to this Austin individual? See if he's ran into any interesting folks. Because
I mean, go ahead.
there's something off because someone up there back before we came down into here, that was supposed to be Demery, was it not? And we know that, right? Because that's what Thorn. This is out of character. Thorn mentioned Austin Demery as being someone who was following us up there, I believe.
So when you were leaving the detective
Right.
agency,
Mm-hmm.
his receptionist was like, "Oh yeah, and then there was someone calling you, Austin
Right.
Demery from the Astral Citadel. I wanted to know how things were coming." So you don't have much detail to go off of. All you know is Austin Demery was a Spellblade captain from the Astral Citadel that may have hired Thorn to do the job you're on now.
Right. Okay.
But that information, that would have to have come from somebody who was in Crystal Brook when you guys were there. And he said he's been down here for weeks.
Something's not adding up, Torben.
No, definitely not.
Should we speak to him?
Just see if he's ran into anyone shady before he came down here. Or before he was captured.
Let's keep in mind that obviously they're all very shaken and they've been through quite a lot this past few however long. So let's be wary. And I'll make my way over to Austin. I'm assuming that we're making our way over there.
I've started prepping just whatever rations we have, just making something for them to eat, and looking around for anything that could pass for a bed down here. So I look back over to the hostages / saved survivors, and I'm like, well, Could you gather any of your is that hay? What did you all use to sleep on?
And one of the older gentlemen pipes up. Well, they made hay beds for us. It was with soiled sheets that they brought down. Sometimes there were mattresses. Sometimes it was filled with something. Sometimes it was wet. Sometimes it was soft. I don't really know what they used for bedding. But yeah, it's not comfortable and it smells a little bit. But you know, it did the job. It wasn't on concrete. So that was a plus. But otherwise, they came down and they fed us food that they could find from outside the mine. It was 3
Luna
meals.
put his hand on his shoulder and just be like,
Okay.
thank you.
I'm sorry, I haven't talked to anyone in so long.
It's okay. We're going to make do with what we have. You stay right here and just don't fall into the lava. I'm going to go and see what I can scrounge together, and I'm gonna run over back to where we found them, and I'm just gonna hopelessly look for things to try to spruce it up a little bit. And I'll just be coming back and forth with any hay or rags and try to make some beds for everybody tonight.
As we need a rest, my friends. That was quite the battle.
Agreed.
Yes, you do. This is nice.
And then, Torben, you said you were going to go into the that map room.
This is when things are winding down and people are all together.
Okay.
Lepton?
Lewin, you wanted to talk to Austin.
I'll go up to Austin and I'll basically does he have a rank that we know of, or he's not captain, is he? Just for formality's sake.
So yeah, he is a Spellblade captain.
Captain, okay.
That's the kind of garb that he's wearing, the uniforms. You noticed that when that parade was coming through Crystalbrook Village, you clocked a couple of them. They're captains. They usually they run their own regiment of soldiers. They get orders from generals and higher ups from the Astral Citadel and amongst the Arcane Dominion. But yeah, that is his rank.
Okay, I'll go up to him, and I'll say, Captain, I know you're obviously you've been shaken up this past however long you've been down here, but if you could, what do you remember before being taken down here?
I was at my station, prepping things up for Crystalbrook.
That's right.
Getting preparations ready for the celebration, the festival coming through.
Of course.
Leading up to the Astral Citadel. My general wanted to have a meeting. Wanted to go over security precautions to make sure that the villagers would be safe and their perimeter was set up and all that.
Okay.
There was a sort of a garrison nearby as we were overlooking construction for different floats and things like that at night, setting up roadblocks and stuff. Go to meet him in the tent. No one's there. Next thing I know, look behind me, a green flash blinds me. And then I woke up down here.
That's unfortunately that's similar to our situation. God forbid this is something that's happening to anyone else, but you said you're
sorry?
General, Captain. You said you were meeting with a general. I don't know if that's classified information, but it would help me and my fellow investigators here if we could know the formality set up before that. And obviously, that has to be a lead to something if they knew you were coming.
I don't know. I'd feel safer about talking this maybe back at the Citadel. If you guys wouldn't mind coming up with me, we can maybe clear this all together. I really don't want to lose my position or my job and my status. I can't imagine that the general would be involved or anything. I mean, if anything, they'd be down here maybe if they were captured, but I do know that I was the first. And then people were coming and going ever since. The lot that's been here, they've been down here for quite some time. But groups would be brought down, and then groups would be taken away, never to be seen again. They said they were sacrifices for something, but they didn't. If they were sacrificing them, they didn't sacrifice them down here. They held them here and took them somewhere else. Different kinds too, wearing different outfits and uniforms. Some were locals, and some I don't recognize.
You're talking about the people who were brought down here, Captain.
Yeah.
So you're just basically saying that there was definitely no discrimination against who was taken, brought down here.
I guess so. Those goblins pack a fucking punch. Jesus.
We would know. We would know, unfortunately, Captain. Listen, we don't want to do anything or act in any way that's going to jeopardize your station and your job. Obviously, I'm sure. Do you have kids, Captain?
Yeah. 2 daughters.
I can't imagine. We're going to work right with you here. We're going to do our best to get you back to them as soon as possible. Thank you for talking. I'll leave you alone for now. I'm going to talk with the rest of my group, and we'll see what we can do about getting back up there.
All right, I'll see what I
Here,
can do
the
over here.
city. Oh my goodness, we're going to the Citadel. Oh, that's so wonderful. Real shops, nothing creeping in the woods. We can be done with all of this green, glowing zombie mess. Oh, the Citadel.
Proper showers.
Oh, don't
Great
get me
food.
started. Yes.
Best artisans around. Oh, I miss it so much.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
I'll start singing as I put their beds together. This is great news.
Claire, you had your hand up?
I did, yeah. While that conversation was going on, Clara would have been helping, probably handing out the food. I got these mushrooms and I got these berries, and just going to everybody around and trying to help them as best I can. And as I'm going through, does there seem to be anybody else that seems to be willing to talk, or is everybody pretty demure and just kind of accepts the food and...
They're pretty exhausted. Like, they've been down here for quite some time. They just want to get out of here. Like, remember last session when you were like, oh, we can make the elevator go up? I'm like, no, why? Like, they just want to leave. Just want to get out of here. They're pretty exhausted.
Okay.
There's not much down here as far as provisions go. Like, they have their bedding. They were chained, which you all unlocked last session. You try to make things more comfortable for them, but otherwise, this place is pretty barren.
Can I just then ask, as I'm kind of passing along food, oh, how long have you been here? And just asking that from a few people, just trying to hearing Captain Demery say that he was the first one, just getting the general consensus for how long everybody else has been here.
Yeah, the general consensus is Demery's been down here the longest. He's been down here like 3.5 weeks or so. These collections of people, like a couple of them were brought here 2 weeks ago, some of them a week ago, some of them 5 days ago, like a bit of a smattering of time lengths. Like, they weren't all just brought here all at once. As you walk around and talk to them, they give you a collection of stories of like different times of day, usually an ambush, a green flash of light, and then they were just here. Okay. Sometimes it would just be simply like going to an outhouse and then just seeing like green lights come out around them at night and just flash. Going down a side alley at night and getting ambushed, or during the day, like going to get groceries and going into the forest to pick some fresh flowers, and then just like a smash in the head, and then woke up here.
So no common threads in their stories other than the green flash.
Yeah, it was pretty random. And they know some people get taken. There's been a couple that have come in that time as well and have left, but never returned. Okay. With all that, did you guys want to bed down for the night?
Yep.
Can Clara do one last cursory glance at the space as we're bedding down, make sure there's no hidden doors, no secret passages, no other areas where we could be ambushed while we sleep?
Sure, yeah. Make a perception check.
I wasted it, but it's a natural 20. I really wish I got that at other times.
Something else.
For a total
yeah.
of 27.
Brilliant. So this is a very self-enclosed room. You don't see any other entrances. That elevator shaft is the only way in and out. The dwarven infrastructure and design in this area, this place was built as a place of worship. That statue was dwarven god from long ago. It's hard to tell which one because we described that the face was kind of partially ripped away from eroded through time. But this was definitely a place of peace, of meaning, of religion. So it was kind of meant to be its own secluded area. So yeah, the elevator is the only way in and out.
Amazing.
Yeah, I think we're ready to bunk down and
As
see what goes on.
everyone's kind of winding down, as soon as Torben notices they're all kind of relaxing, he's just gonna go over to this room again and just try and find any more information about anything about the crystals or plans or anything like that.
Yeah, sure. So as everyone's kind of, whether you guys make like a makeshift fire down here or just take whatever leftover bedding you can from that little area and just situate yourself.
I'm
The
sure the lava is emitting like a really eerie but
Yeah.
soothing light. Right, right. So we're pretty warm, we're pretty toasty. We just make a circle.
Yeah, it's a
tell
sauna
everyone-
down here. You probably don't. See, the second thought, there's lava down here. You don't need a fire. What am I talking about? It's very warm down here. It's beads of sweat coming down your face this whole entire time. If anything, it's uncomfortably humid. So you don't have to worry about keeping warm or anything, but you just kind of find your own little beds to make and to situate for the night. And some of you have already kind of like starting to drift off, and some of you are kind of like thinking about what you're going to do the next day. Torben kind of sneaks off to this room over here. But yeah, Torben, make me an investigation check.
7.
7. So looking over the map and a little bit, some documents. I mean, you got to remember, these are still goblins. So the organizational skills of them are still not the best. It's a lot of random scribblings. The map itself is a bit hodgepodge. It just looks like someone took a bunch of crayons and just did a lot of crude drawings of like Volstiba and like big arrows pointing over here, big arrows pointing over there. There were a couple documents of communication between this party and somebody who's leading and organizing these expeditions. Kind of like, you know, if these goblins are planning an event, you got to have an event planner, someone who has more knowledge about how to do these things efficiently, on time, and organized. And you see a couple documents of communication between this party of goblins, Ruxathid, and this supposed arbitrator of these trips. And it's a signature that, once again, from the last session, you do recognize as Taylor.
He's just going to just keep scanning, frustratingly look over these documents and kind of just stare at that name and say, "My dear friend, why are you doing this? Why do you continue on this path? Is it of your own choice? Or are you led by the command, their command, heeding their every call, eager like a dog to please its master? What temptation of power was enough for you to turn away of Asgard, turn away of your family, your friends, from me? You're smarter than this. Why are you doing this?" And he will just flip the table angrily and just start throwing things across his room, the scattered papers, take his pack and just launch it against the wall, pick up his hammer and smash the table. "Why are you doing this?"
So the rest of you hear
Torben?
you all hear from the silence of lava bubbling, you just hear "Ugh!" the table flipping
Torben!
over, smashing, and one thing in particular smashes as well, but it doesn't sound like wood smashing. It sounds like a ceramic jar smashing.
Torben, are you all right?
Miss Gina Darling,
Oh,
would you like to describe your character, please?
oh, dear. Yes, you see a dwarven woman kind of pop out of the ceramic jar, and she looks disheveled. She's clearly lost, a little bit confused. She stands about 4 feet high. She has a very long red braid in the back of her head. Her clothes are obviously far too big for her, and it's tied tightly with little bits of string so that she doesn't trip over herself. She carries nothing but just a little bag strapped to her hip, and she just looks very confused. Oh, dear, I'm finally free. I'm finally free of this ridiculous jar. She picks up little pieces of ceramic. It's like, oh, finally, who set me free? Is it you? Are you my hero? Is that you there? Hello, come, let me get a closer look at you. And she peers up at him. Oh my, that's an awfully fine beard. I haven't seen a face in so long. May I please feel your face? Please, it was dark in there. Come.
You sound a lot different than when you did in the jar. And he's just kind of like trying to he's embarrassed of just losing his cool, and then all of a sudden this dwarven lady pops out of... Okay.
No, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for the voice. I call it my jar voice, and I figured it would bring more attention to me. People would get curious. And no, you mustn't be. I see you blushing. It's very adorable. You mustn't be embarrassed. That's a strength like yours was needed to free me. Where are my manners? I am Loom. Loom. You can call me Emmy for short if you want. Just like me, I am very short.
I am Torben Wolfguard of the Asgard Protectorate.
Torby. May I call you Torby? I will call you Torby.
Sure. Yes, absolutely. Yes, I've been called that before. That's quite all right.
I
Torby,
rush in.
what's going on?
I rush
Just
in
gonna
right
say,
there.
yeah.
Yep.
The rest of you kind of hear all this commotion as well as the rest of you kind of rush over.
What are you doing? You can't scare all of these
I had a
people.
moment, and I inadvertently freed our friend.
That was my next question. Who is that?
That is Emlung.
And you see Emlung hiding behind Torby's leg. Just so these your friends, they're quite loud, aren't they?
Yes, I imagine it was very quiet for quite some time.
So long.
Were you hiding in this room this whole time, Emily?
Well, I wouldn't say that I was hiding, pretty lady. I was trapped in that jar for so long, you see. It's been so long.
The jar.
Yes.
Ralla's just gonna kneel, because we're all fucking huge.
Yeah, Lewin's also
So
gonna...
she's just gonna
Yeah.
she's gonna okay, I'm not gonna make you uncomfortable. I'm gonna get down here.
Lewin's
You
also
see
kind
her-
of here smaller here.
She peers out a little bit more. You see her kind of loosen up, and she's not as timid and afraid anymore. Oh, that's kind of you. Thank you.
That's
Clara
the voice
will
in the jar.
take her cloak, because Clara is also about 4 feet tall. Oh, you're my size. Hi, I'm Clara. Are you okay?
I seem to be okay. Yes, I am intact and all. It's just me and my dear Bob. We've been stuck in there for so long. You see.
Yeah. Here. And she puts the cloak around you. You must be cold. Well, this is us. This must
Hello,
be really
us.
scary.
It is.
We came down here by accident. And why don't you come and sit by our fire and we can chat?
Oh, a fire, you see. And then you see Emlung look down at her hip. And she whispers, "A fire, do you hear that? A fire, they've invited us. Oh, Bob, it seems like we've made friends, Bob." And she looks back at Clara and goes, I would love to sit by a fire, the warmth of a fire. Yes, of course.
They're
Come,
wonderful.
come. And
The
she, like,
voices
puts
have
her
voices.
So who's Bob?
Oh, Bob, yes. I must explain. I guess I wasn't too alone. You see, Bob here, and she gestures down at her hip. there is a bag tied to her hip with it's a silk blue bag with a golden string tied around it ever so daintily. And she says, "This is my dear Bobby's." How do I explain? This is my brother. He's unfortunately passed away, and I travel with his ashes with me, as you can say, well, quite literally now. They were attached at the hip, but he was my best friend, and I've never really. I guess I can say I've never had to be alone. That's because I've had my dear Bob with me. And she pats her bag.
I know what that's like. I lost my best friend too.
Oh, I'm so sorry, dear.
It's okay. He didn't die. I just lost him. But I know it's hard. I've been alone too till I found Torby here, and she gestures up to the giant. And now he's my best friend. And now we're all friends.
Oh, yes, that's exactly the same kind of loss, I guess. But yes,
This is quite tragic, Emlu. Quite tragic indeed. I'm Hamitha. I had 2 brothers. Well, I have 2 brothers, but I don't think I'll ever see them again. I understand part of how you feel.
You know the joys of being a little sibling.
You know, I was the youngest, and I hated them with my guts for a long time because they're so annoying, but they say such smart things, and I'm smart, and I'm supposed to be the only smart one, but they're smart too, and I have to compete. But, you know, I guess they're all right, or whatever. I miss them sometimes.
And Bloom kind of just grips onto her bag like, oh, I guess not all siblings are the same.
No, they're
Orban will
not.
just kind of get down on to her level. Hey,
Yeah.
do you know this place? And he'll just kind of gesture around.
Oh, yes. In fact, before I was trapped here, I used to be a tour guide with my partner Zunk. Where is Zunk? I haven't seen him in so long. We used to show everyone around here. It's in our little dwarven home. Where is Zunk? It's been so long. Can you please bring me to him? I'm sure he's doing well. Yes, he's always had dreams of seeing the world and helping people. He's such a good person with a very large family with so much love to give. I'm sure his children would love to see him again.
I start to put it together. How old is this place? How old? I thought I did a history check. How old is this place, and how long has it been since the dwarves really? I'm saying this behind the scenes.
Yeah, so how long has this place been around for?
Yeah, I kind of
Like-
try to look around.
With your knowledge of history and like the make of things, how old the stonework is, this mine has been around for centuries. A very, very long time. Probably when the dwarves took up residence here, we're talking like maybe 80 years, 100 years, something like that.
Can Hermitha do like a wisdom check or something like that to try to connect whether it's been a really long time since Emlung and the tour guide have been here?
I don't think
compared
you
to
need to make it. I don't think you need to make a check. I think that
I just-
being down here, seeing the iconography, seeing the old ancient stonework, the fact that you passed by those ashen whites that were like old zombified, necrotic, affected dwarves that were just kind of wandering around as past Denzians, seeing the connection of the mind flare that destroyed those bodies. Like, you kind of are putting 2 and 2 together that this place has been here for a very long time.
Well,
well,
Zunk, my dear Zunk. You know, we have a song for him. Zunk, the greatest Zunk, the lover, Zunk, the
Emlung.
greatest one of all.
That's a beautiful song. Things have quite changed. I don't know how you ended up in that container, but I think you'll just have to sit down for this one, please.
Oh, okay. And then Emlung sits down immediately. She's only 4 foot tall. It doesn't take her like it's basically.
Wonderful. Oh, that's very quick. I forgot. And I'll sit down as well. So, it may have been quite some time.
Yes.
How did you end up in there?
Well, you see, I was in here looking for some supplies for my friends and family, and suddenly this green flash of light happened, and it kind of blew me away, and I fell into the ceramic jar, and since then I've been stuck. Unfortunately, I was stuck head in and butt up. It was not very comfortable.
I sit back and I think, I'm like, it couldn't have been that long. It's not like they're a spirit. It must have just been. Can you recall how long you've been in there?
Well, I can tell you that
DM.
you know what? God, I'm so sorry
Something's
about this.
cooking. Something's cooking.
I'm so sorry. Well, I can tell you that I used to be blonde, and as you can see now, my hair is red because, well, when a woman is of age and stuck upside down, oh, well, gravity tends to do its job, and, well, hooray, I've never been pregnant.
Oh, it's been a while. Oh, I
There's just a
turn
very
to
large
everyone.
snort from Rollo.
I turn to everyone and I say, I'm like, keep it together with my eyes. I'm like, oh, so at least a moon or so. Oh.
She gestures at her very long braid that goes down to her ankle, almost touching, or to her feet, almost touching. Yes.
Oh,
Lewin doesn't know
dear.
what this means and is kind of looking around like,
Torben will just kind of like just let it.
Wonderful.
I'm just gonna pat him on the
Let
back.
Yeah, let it
I
go.
get some
You don't even
extra.
know.
I get some extra like
what does she mean her hair was blonde?
anything. I'm like, when we get out of here, we're going to have a makeover, so we can just get rid of all of that. We're just going to shed that off of us, okay?
Oh,
So,
joy.
so yes, it has been quite some time. You may run into your tour guide friend.
Zunk.
Yes, and they may not be who they once were. But I don't know them, so, it might just be all, it's all circumstance. We don't know yet. I don't know if they found their way out, or if they left, or if they remain.
Well, I would not be surprised, as Zunk has always strived to be a better person. In fact, the last time I saw him, he was feeding all the homeless and the orphans, and saving all the little animals from starvation and fires. He told me that to grow better is to be a great person, and I would not be. I am so excited to see what kind of great person he's become. Yes.
I'm just side-eyeing Torben, like,
Someone here make me just a random perception check. Anybody.
I'll do it. 14.
As you're all having this conversation with Emloon, their back is kind of towards the lava pit where you tossed Zork, the goblin guide, and just like part of the head is like bobbing up in the lava and turning around. It's just like all skull and just emaciated flesh, and then it's just kind of like bobbing back down.
Oh, it's quite warm in here. Oh, it must be from the lava. Yes, I haven't seen the lava in so.
Oh, don't. Hey,
I feel like cup.
let's focus.
This is a
very
whole lot of
quickly.
emotions and feelings, and maybe it's best we get a night's sleep of clarity, and so you can wake up refreshed and
Yes,
ready to see what's up there.
Let's rest.
that is a great idea. Yes, I would love to rest. You can let go of my face now.
I let go.
Okay.
Oh, okay. This was a day. Lights out, everybody. Good night.
No questions
Sweet
asked
dreams, my
from
friends.
Lewin's. Yeah, out of there. Going to bed.
Don't explain anything. So as you all bed for the night, we won't bother with doing checks. But during the night, you do, as you start to bed, you do hear a couple of muffled sounds from above.
Emblem is settling into her, I'm assuming, a sleeping bag, and she lays her her little baggie next to her head, like, "Good night, my dear Bob. Good night. Oh, how I miss you so."
Okay. As Emloon nuzzles to their little pouch by their sleeping bag there, The rest of you are to bed for the night, and yeah, above you do hear little quiet rumblings, almost like kind of like low thunder. And then, as some hours have gone by, one of you starts to wake. It was a pretty heavy sleep, but around maybe like the 6th, 7th hour, the elevator shaft starts to come down. No one on it.
Who brought the shaft down? Oh, barely got my beauty sleep. Just need another hour.
Oh, you're quite pretty to me.
Wasn't Reed supposed to come back?
Yeah.
And Blob, do you want me to go check and see I can fly up there on my little wings? She starts like shaking out from her sleeping bag.
Best not flying towards what danger might be if they aren't coming down.
I don't suggest you wandering off on your own. It's quite dangerous there. Now, you said you're looking for your friends, yes?
Well, here we sent them up to, calm the goblins that had been there, kind of explain what had happened last night. And they were supposed to come back, and they're not back.
Oh, I see. Well, they mustn't stay out there for too long. It's not safe, and I don't believe you should go on your own. However, as a thank you for saving me from my little jar, I would like to help you along the way. If you would like to go look for them, I do know all the little nooks and crannies of this place. Yes.
Yes,
Quite
and we could look for your friend.
Yes, I'm sure he's here somewhere.
You know, if they've left behind any belongings or
Behind?
next of kin, then you can find them. Yeah.
Next of. Oh, hey.
Just in case you don't find them here.
Oh no, I'm sure I'll find it. He would never leave his 14 kids, 4 of which are under 3 years old, and his wife that he's been with his entire life since childhood.
You don't say.
Okay, what should we do with our former prisoners that we released? Should we let them wait until we've cleared a path, or bring... Yeah, let's...
Fighting our way out. Ugh, I hate it, but...
We
Might
don't
be the only
necessarily have to fight. I mean, maybe Blob and Reed cleared a nice, maybe there's a welcome mat waiting for us and they've calmed everything down. I can also help us sneak. I have some sneaky stuff.
That'll
So
probably come in handy, yes?
Can we sneak a whole caravan of people?
Probably
right
not.
past them? Right.
You can certainly try.
Don't. Voice from the
that
sky.
line.
Don't do that. All right. Well, you all come up with a plan. Let me clean up and make sure they're ready to go. And I'll just start like prepping everyone, saying, "Okay, everyone. Things might be a little unsightly up there, but you need to be able to run. Things that go wrong, you're going to have to take care of yourself. So, start stretching."
Wait, you protect us, right?
We will do our best, but remember, the number one rule of adventuring is to protect yourself. You need to be able to protect yourself. So, the first skill, run, and we need to make sure you can all run. So, get to it. Laps, please.
I don't know if all of us will fit on the elevator. Austin, why don't you come up with us, and then you can get a quick look, and then bring the elevator back down for the rest of them. And if it's not safe, you guys can just huddle down here for a little bit.
Well, didn't, Emlyn, you said you knew all the nooks and crannies. There aren't any here, are they?
Well, oh no, it's quite safe here.
Just
This
one
is
way up? Okay.
yeah, yes, it's
Okay.
one way up. I can show you the way.
You all should take Emlyn with you. They know the best way, clearly.
Oh yes, I don't eat very much. I'm very agreeable and docile, and I can be quite helpful, especially when I have my brother with me here. I feel as if I can take on the world. So yes, I would love to come with you.
Know that feeling, my friend. So, for your particular talents, what do you do, my friend?
Oh, you see, well, I've always found an affinity towards, herbs and little things that may help you feel better. No matter, whether it be a slight cold, or decapitation. Sometimes I'm still working on that one, but I've gotten pretty good at what I've done. Yes, I think I can help heal.
So, in battles coming forward, you should probably hang out with either Clara or Hermitha. Hermitha has a nice shield she can use to help block any incoming
You can stand
threats.
behind me.
Yes.
Oh, excellent. Yes, that would be very great. I am I'm small and not quite nimble, so yes, a little bit of protection would be great as I do my little magic, my little work, my healing work.
I know this is very uncouth to ask, Imlune, but do you worship a god? Do you draw your power from a god for your healing skills?
A god. Well, I wouldn't say that I worship a god. However, from the things that I've known from God, that they tend to take your loved ones from you, unfortunately. So I don't know how I feel about that. But I have always said that the god of death will have me when it earns me.
You know, I can live with that. I can live with that.
Mm-hmm.
But I will be blessing you with the Hearth of Hestia. So hopefully you can find a temporary home here with us.
Oh, thank you. Oh, it feels so nice to be welcomed. Doesn't that sound good, brother? Look, we have new friends that we can help. Oh, how lovely.
There. And I just tap Imlune on their back. I don't bend down for Imlune at all. I don't believe in, lowering myself for anyone. But I do respect Imlune's ability to stand tall at their height. So, yeah, I just kind of, there. All right, let's get to it.
Imlune predicts a lot of neck pain in her future.
You will be looking up, and I will be looking down. We'll share the burden. And we get to it. I tell I still keep on the hostages, and I start making them do labs. Like, I'm very serious about this. Get to it.
Okay. All right.
Hands down. If you move like that, you're going
Sorry,
to wear yourself out.
I haven't used my legs in quite some time. Oh, no.
Let's not burn out the hostages before they even
They'll
get
take
out.
a break, Torben. I know what I'm doing. I'll restore them.
Time is of the essence. We should probably go check on Reed.
Sit down. Okay, y'all go check on Reed. I'll whip them into shape.
You're not coming with us upstairs?
I thought we needed a strike team. Who's going to watch them?
Well, the captain of the guard has been watching over them for a while.
Oh, okay, fine. Okay, then I give detailed instructions to the captain of the guard. I tell them they need to do this, and then they need a 30-minute rest before we come back. So they've got like an hour max to get this
All
together.
right, I'll make sure their muscles are out of atrophy and working again. All right.
Wonderful.
I'll try to get them to doing some stuff. All right.
I expect nothing less. Thank you.
Now, did you, DM, did you say earlier it was an elevator that goes up to where they need to go, yes?
Yes. So they basically, the top, sort of where this mine operates, the top level is kind of like the ground level. The one level underneath that is the main workings of the mine, and one level underneath that is where you guys are. So the elevator will go right up to the mine level.
Okay, got it. Okay. Okay.
May I suggest for maximum survivability? Now, I wouldn't say you take the elevator straight all the way up to the top, because there are always some little how do I put this nicely? Unruly ones that try to attack between, like right before you get to the top level. So what I suggest is we go to the level right below it, and then take my little secret shortcut up to the top. They never know of that little pathway.
There were
That
levels.
sounds fantastic.
Oh,
How
yes,
did we
there,
not see this?
there are levels to this shit, as we like to say.
I'm clearly. That's wonderful. Okay. You'll show us where to go.
So if everyone please kindly come and watch your step. There's a little ledge there. Now, for future use, if you ever find your way lost down here again, now I never tell this to anyone, but as a thank you to Torben and his friends, when you pull the lever to go up, if you pull all the way down, it will take you to the very, very top. But if you just pull to the middle, it'll take you to the level below. But if you stop it right between the levels and just hold it there with all your might, it will take you right to the middle where it's nice and safe. My brother and I used to hide here all the time when we got in trouble.
I turn back to the group and I say, well, you know, maybe you all were right. We probably should have waited before we sent them up there, and they could have gotten this information, but they'll be okay. They're capable. Yes. Thank you for this, MacLeod. Thank you.
You're quite welcome.
Do you want to check on them first and then go to the secret path? See if they're still alive.
I mean, I think he'll be okay. He's with, Reed's with King Blob, and who would stand against King Blob at this point?
We didn't hear any
The
screaming.
zombies. Right. The zombies.
No one
And
screamed in pain.
the creatures that were on the stalactites or something, there was something mean on the stalactites too.
Yeah, you were passing by a couple open caverns. The Zork, the guide, was sort of leading you over. He's like, this is probably the best way to go. Over here, there's some creepy crawlies. Over here, some creepy crawlies. And you saw like shimmerings of some things, but you didn't see them outright. But he did say like, yeah, don't go over there. There's some things hanging from the ceilings. Over here, there's something creeping around in the bog area, but you didn't see what it was.
Disgusting. Whatever you decide, Torben, you can always just yank it back in the middle and descend slowly as they tear our faces off.
GM, did we get a long rest in that, or did we get just...
Yeah.
Oh, we did. Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I was saying that the rumblings up top was kind of like near the end of the long rest.
Okay.
Oh, we'll leave it to the group. What do you guys want to do? You want to check on Reed, or do you want to get out of here and hopefully we see them on the outside, and then hopefully we don't have to fight all our way back down?
I think we should take the secret little passage, because we can always go out, and then when we're out, we can come back in the front door and go get them.
Sounds like a winner to me.
Very true. Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
They're
okay,
dead,
then
they're dead, and we'll know if we don't see them.
secret passage it is. Okay. Well, as you can see, my muscles have quite atrophied a little bit in this little jar. Now, if Torben, can you
I've
please?
got this.
Thank you, but you must hold it right in the middle, not too far, not too little. Right. Okay, there.
Tell me
Okay,
when to stop.
right there. Hold it tight.
Oh,
All right. We are ascending.
We are ascending.
It's the world. We're very quite proud of making the world's quietest elevator. Yes.
Okay, so let's see here. So the 6 of you up on there. Spellguard captain staying with the prisoners here. Okay, so yeah, with Loon's instruction, starts to Torben. You start to move the handle there, Clara.
Can I cast Pass Without a Trace as we're going up?
You sure can.
Yes.
Amazing, I will do that. So it'll be, as long as you guys stay within 30 feet of me, you will get, and I maintain concentration, you will get a +10 to any stealth roll.
I
You
love
have
that.
fantastic spells.
Nice.
Wow.
Thank you. I need it.
That's
Badly.
the radius there on the roll 20 there. You can see if you're within that radius, you'll get the +10. But yeah, so Loon with that instruction for Torben to kind of jerry-rig the handle just so it goes up, but not all the way to the first leveled surface of the mining area. As the elevator starts to rise up, it goes at a slower pace than if you had cranked it all the way back. and as it slowly arises, you kind of see bits of green and a lot of blue light coming up from the surface that you can see, because as you remember, there was like this stone plankway that went into this kind of gazebo area that the elevator rose to. So as you're looking up, you see this opening. There's lots of blue light like coming out, so you can clearly see where the top is. And as the elevator's kind of slowly getting closer, you now get to see, now that you're looking for it amongst the dirt and stone surroundings here, you can see this little tiny opening. There's like a makeshift sort of old dusty plank of wood that's kind of like barricading it a little bit, but it's thin and braille. And as you kind of see that, is that when Emmeline, you kind of tell Torben to kind of like crank on a little bit to stop it?
So this is it. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. This is it. Okay, everyone, watch your step now. Watch your step.
How big is this hole?
Torben, I apologize, and to the rest of you, you might have to. I promise, the inside is bigger than it looks. But the entrance itself, it might be a bit of a struggle to get through. If you crawl, maybe. Now, Hermitha, I know you don't bend low for anyone, but this might. You might not have a choice here. I promise. Inside, it's fine.
All right, everyone. I'll follow you till the end.
So as you start to go inside this dwarf-sized hole, so for Torben especially, it's a tight squeeze. You start to follow Emmeline inside. Some are crawling on all floors, some are able to walk upright, but eventually with Emmeline, can you make me a, let me see here, survival check?
Me or Torben?
You.
Oh, me. Okay.
Yeah, leading the way.
That's a mighty 7. Starting great, guys. Starting great.
It has been a very long time since you've traveled these self-made tunnels. Who knows if they are still intact? Who knows if they have collapsed? Or what new tunnels may have been made by creepy crawlies adjacent to it. As you're leading through this hole, is anybody emitting any light? And if so, how?
Oh my, that is such a good question.
You have that special liquid.
We do! I was not in charge of that
Hermitha, you
liquid.
I think
I
you
do?
had it. Yeah.
I did, or did I convince someone to get it? I think I have it. Was it Clara? No, I have it. I'm going to say I have it. We have that special liquid that we got from the moving shop that you can pour stuff on it. And, or was it? It was like never ending.
Everlasting fire.
Everlasting. That's what we have. And I'll pour it on my
Torch. You should have a
torch.
torch.
Yes.
Right. So as you take that jar and you kind of unscrew it, it has a very acrid, familiar
Disgusting.
smell that is not good whatsoever. But you kind of hold your breath for a while. It smells like old hay and paper, and then you just sort of goop it on as like honey. It just kind of falls onto the end of the torch, lights with flame. Seeing fairly far into the hole, but you can see as it's very narrow, twisting and turning. Emmeline leading the way. You get a little lost at first. Like, it's been, again, a long time since you've been through here. There's a couple twists and turns that you don't remember that you made, like maybe something burrowed in here and connected to some of the tunnels. But eventually you kind of pick, like, oh, am I supposed to go left or right? And you kind of just make a judgment call, and everyone starts following you around. And then you start to see a little bit of blue light at one end of an entrance. So you've found, like, at least an exit point for where you're going. And you go for about maybe, like, 25 minutes or so.
Oh yes, I remember. Oh yes, I remember my brother and I used to play in here all the time, but we would always get lost. But he would make sure to draw pointers everywhere which way to go. It was quite funny. He would draw little arrows using 2 boulders and a log, pointing. There's so many, some bigger ones, some smaller ones, depending on which way we want to go. Oh, this way, over here. Come, this way. Follow the boulder and the logs.
Loom, does that mean we're almost there? I have perfectly ruined my tunic.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes. Almost there. Oh, no, don't worry. No, almost there now.
Okay, so as you all start to come out at the end of the tunnel here, just look on your Roll20 map, zoom out, you'll be able to see the mining level.
Right.
So I don't think we've got a marching order, but we'll just see that you're all kind of coming out over here.
Specifically, Clara would be in the middle to make sure everybody stays within the pass without a trace radius.
Yeah.
I will be first. Just in case.
All right, so the opening, do you guys see where you are on the map, the mining level?
Let me check. Oh, let me zoom out. Yes, I see it.
I got it.
Sweet. So, as you start to peer out and the light kind of takes hold, you can see an abandoned mine cart track that seems to bend and go into the rock itself. It kind of goes down another tunnel. You see a massive drill that's seemingly just laying there, probably used for excavation at some point. In the faint distance, you can hear a bit of
Oh, I know where we are.
What would you like to do?
You know,
Is
I'm
there
starting to feel worse and worse because this would have been perfect for them, but they had to go straight through danger.
I'm sure they're fine. In fact, is there any sign of Reed or Blob?
For that, did you want to roll stealth?
Yes.
Let's do that then. Roll a group stealth check.
Oh boy.
And plus 10 to it.
Awesome. Rolling. Oh, that was a 22. Oh,
22.
jinx.
Yeah, well.
Also 22.
Oh my god.
19.
Ah.
Nice. Just break the streak.
Sorry.
Just break it then.
I rolled a 12.
So
It's
did I.
16.
Okay, but
Oh,
Great.
plus 10.
Oh!
Oh, 22 then. Yeah,
22.
22 then.
22!
Oh, fantastic. Yay!
It's just you.
We're so sneaky.
no. Oh no.
More than enough. So as you come out into this area very quietly and slowly, you can see that the drill itself is kind of has a low hum, kind of like when a car is just kind of left on, but not in full, not driving at all. It's just a low motor mode going. You can see like little bits of the tank wheels are kind of rattling back and forth, like the engine's on, but nothing's moving forward. But you slowly come out of the cavern. You don't knock over any of the crates or barrels, even though a couple of them are like pretty close to the exit of this tunnel here. And you start to make your way out. You don't bump anything over. Clara specifically looking for Reed and Blob. Where you are in this vicinity, you don't see anything. You'd have to get a little bit closer out here to see what's out this area here.
I'll approach and take a look.
Okay.
Which one am I?
This one here.
Oh, okay, got it. It's important
I
to know.
just find random tokens to people. Yeah. So going over there, Torben, make me a perception check as well.
Can Clara go kind of as well, following along,
Yep.
making sure? Yeah. Okay.
If Claire goes, we
You can
go.
out tank if you want to do it as well or give advantage.
We have to stay
Yeah, I
close.
was actually going to say Rolla's going to do the same and try to help him as well.
20.
That was not helpful. So it was not helpful. That's all we need to know.
It's a perception. 13
23.
plus.
I should probably move with them since I'm guiding them through this whole thing, yeah?
Dirty 20.
Up to you. Everyone's just
yeah,
kind of
I'll
like
follow.
like you've guided them to this point, and it's maybe not as high up as you would have liked. You got a little lost along the way with that 7, but you avoided going, the elevator entranceway that was literally a thin walkway to pools of lava and creepy zombies that were covering it. So you did manage to kind of scoop around, which is good.
Got it.
But yeah, Torben, as you look out over here, you don't see Reed, but you do look over at what seems to be the remnants of some kind of battle. You see a couple of downed Ashen Wights that have been slain and ripped apart, but you see there was 6 when you guys came here before yesterday. Now there's 4, and you see a couple of them munching on goblin bodies. And as you look over at the entrance over here, you see a ripped goblin arm with their palm on the locking mechanism that's been ripped off, and a trail of blood leading over to the pile of them kind of slowly munching on goblin body parts. But that was a high perception, though, so as you look over the goblin bodies, you don't see a head with a green crystal.
Yes.
Out of
Thank
it.
goodness.
That's the ticket.
So there seems to have been some sort of struggle here during the night, but you don't make out Blob.
It
I
seems
guess
like
he lives another day.
our friend made it out,
Oh, joy.
but some little ones didn't.
Yeah. Unfortunate for them. We should keep moving.
I want to inspect this drill machine.
All right. How would you like to inspect it? Just looking at it? Do you want to, turn on something or?
Well,
As Torben does this, I turn to the expert next to us and I say, "Weren't you a tour guide? Do you know what this is?"
Oh, yes, that's the drill that we use to mine for stone that we need here. We've lovingly named it Chill Drill. It's quite chill despite all the lava. No frills at all. Simple drill. No frills, chill drill.
That's why you called it drill, to get the point home. I see.
The chill, yeah.
Oh, it's still working and it's still on. What did you mine down here? What were you looking for?
Oh, minerals and stone to build our weapons, and sometimes my brother and I would hang on the drills and they would turn it on and whee! It was so wonderful.
Sounds like fun.
fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
What do we see up on the trail?
Well, you walked through here
Tracks,
before you were on the tracks that Zork took you through and took you around here. These are different cart tracks. These seem to be going into the mine, and you can see that the cart tracks start to go up. You remember that when you were in the main level or actually, no, you didn't see this actually, so no, you wouldn't have known. So the cart tracks actually you can see them going into the mountain and they start to go up. And you do see a lever right over here to try to turn them on. So just like how there were mining carts that went along these tracks, there seemed to be a similar switch over here that could possibly turn this on.
Would Emlung know what's the... Well, I mean, I guess she would. She would know which is the better way to get up out of here, yes? Whether it be the track that goes through the mountain or around the broken ones here?
Yeah, so with you having been here a very long time, you know that there is the elevator that the party came down before, that's all the way on this side of the map. That causes you to have to kind of traverse here a little bit. These cart tracks that they took earlier, they kind of just tours this level of the mine itself. These tracks here take supplies up to the main level of this mine for workers to organize, package, disseminate, all that kind of stuff.
And we're trying to go up. Got it. Okay. So not this elevator on the, how do I ping? Not the elevator over here then, or we don't want to go there.
That will also take you up, but
I
that
see.
just will. If you want to go that way, you'd have to like walk across and possibly, interact with other things that could be here, or you could risk using this mining cart track machine to take you up there. But
Okay.
turning on a machine may cause noise.
Okay.
So it's kind of like you can either risk keep stealthing around and hopefully not run into anything, or you could turn this on, but it'll go and cause noise around. So
Okay.
Well, there's, she looks at everyone. She goes, "No, there's two ways to do this. The long way, that might be a little bit safer, or the faster, more fun way, but it might be a little more dangerous."
You know, I like adventure, especially if it's faster.
Oh,
I like fun.
okay. Well, my brother and I used to ride the carts on this railway here for fun. But you see, something about mechanisms and such that the cart only runs when the drill is on. Something about energy or something. I'm not a mathematician, a geometrist. I don't know. We could take this cart. It will fit all of us, but we would have to turn on the drill, which for a chill, no frills drill, it's quite loud. And I don't know who that will bring to us. It might bring the wrong attention.
As long as it's faster than the things that are after us, we should be good. No?
Oh, it does go quite fast. You'll enjoy it very much. Yes. Okay. Well, simply enough. If we want to start it up, I've seen the other dwarves do this. You have to pull that lever right there on the bottom, right? That big lever right there. I would suggest that we would pull that and then maybe fit us into 2 different carts so that it's not uncomfortable. We can fit maybe 16 dwarves in one, but for ginormous people like you, it won't fit all of you.
Right. I won't take that as a slight. I have gained a few pounds. Fine. Let's get the carts. And then I look for some. See if we can get them in
All right.
position before we start it.
yeah, so there's no carts visible on the track right now. They're kind of stuck embedded into the mine itself. You can kind of see through the dark passageway with some of the light here. You see kind of the silhouettes of some carts there. Like once you turn it on, you figure that they'll come around and into your vicinity.
Oh, we'll have to make a leap for it.
Hmm.
Ew.
So fun. I love it so
Or
much.
maybe Clara can do it and then she could fly into the cart. If that's not too much to throw your name into the pile. I don't like to volunteer.
I can fly you guys into the car, just like, Huck and Chuck.
I am well versed in manipulating and driving vehicles with my background in the Asgard Protectorate, so I could drive if that is needed.
Acceptable.
And my spell should keep it a little bit quiet too, so I'll probably go last so that it kind of keeps us around, as long as possible. Should we do it? Let's go. Come on. And she goes to grab the lever unless anybody stops her.
We gotta start the drill first, don't we? Is that a vehicle?
I'd call it.
It's seemingly just a massive drill. You don't see any cockpit. It's a massive, old silvered metal point with a bit of a corkscrew blades. Has a bit of an exhaust pipe on the back. Copper brown metal encasing it on its back. 6 wheels, 3 on either side, silvered, that have these copper kind of couplings on the top and spikes that come out of each wheel. But you don't see a cockpit, but you do just hear the engine of it kind of just rumbling as it's sitting there.
Is there any way to control it?
You can make an investigation check.
Oh, yeah, fantastic. That's 4.
Yeah, no.
What
It
even is
just
a drill?
It just seems like its own encased mechanical unit. It looks like it's not from the outside. It doesn't appear to you like it's something that you can hop into.
Well, so it's not a vehicle.
Doesn't
I am
seem like
proficient with vehicles. Could I use my proficiency in vehicles to investigate?
So it doesn't look like a vehicle.
Okay.
It doesn't
Or
look
like a
like something you
tool.
can hop into. It's just
Okay.
a massive tool, but it's shaped like a vehicle, which is strange.
Okay, I was wanting to drive it.
I feel that. That's what I was thinking.
Monster trucks.
Clara's pulled the lever while that was happening.
Well,
Onward.
Wrong lever!
Just unless anybody stops her, she's like, "Hey, doing his thing."
Emlung starts running towards the drill, and right as she stands in front of it, she starts stretching.
Look, here we go. Just like old times, just like old times.
And she kind of bends her knees a little bit, and then she just she jumps up and launches herself onto the drill and holds on to the grip of the drill, like
Just like old times, like we used to, isn't it, brother?
and she's just spinning as the drill starts picking up.
Don't worry, I'll get myself into the cart. I know exactly when to let go.
okay.
All right, let's
I
get in the
wasn't
carts,
sure.
my friends. Get everyone.
As all this is happening, if you haven't noticed, the music has changed.
I
I
know.
hear
Probably
drums.
haven't.
So, you go to pull the lever, Clara.
Pass without a trace
belts.
does silence things. I just want to make that
It
known.
silences people, not
20.
objects.
Okay.
It just creates a veil of shadow and silence.
Do it. Say it. Say it louder for them in the back.
It does
Say
say
it louder.
masking you and your companions, but it does say a veil of shadow and silence radiates out from around you.
Yes, you and your companions, not the
I'm about to
environment
be right behind you.
itself.
Hold on.
Fine. I'm trying.
Good try.
I like the hustle though, Claire. I like the hustle.
Like the hustle.
dig
I'm
it.
about to back you up.
I dig it.
As that happens, that sound rings out throughout the mining level as the carts start to slowly make their way around you. You, Emloon, jump onto the drill. It's like just like old times. As that sound rings through the caverns, the drill fire lights up on the drill around the cone of the nose, around the wheels, and suddenly the drill seemingly comes to life, and what you're sitting on becomes red hot and starts to burn you as the wheels start to burn in place and is about to charge the party. I need you all to roll initiative, but we'll continue this when we get back from our break.
Oh my god, wrong
Hey.
lever! Wrong lever!
We're gonna take a quick 5-minute break, everyone, to stretch the legs, refill the drinks, but we'll be back with a little bit of combat right after this.
Against a drill.
Very fun.
Not like old
It's
times,
not an
like old
enemy
times.
shape. It's not an automaton. What is this?
Hello, everybody! We are back. Thank you for letting us take a little bit of a break while we got some drinks, stretched the legs, got snacks, all that good stuff. Let's fight a fucking drill, everybody! Yeah!
Yay.
All right. So, as we left off, sneaking through the mining levels here, turning on the mechanism to let the carts come to you, seemingly woke up something inside of this inanimate drill, spreading fire all around. And I said it before, but we're gonna roll initiative. But we're gonna tell Gina here about our homebrewed rules about initiative. So, typically, initiative is, everyone rolls their initiative score, and we go down the conveyor belt of you go, I go, that kind of thing. We employed a special homebrewed rule for our initiative for this game, in that I will roll against one person on the party team, no modifiers, no nothing, just straight roll. And that'll determine who goes first, and it's just you guys versus me. You guys
Oh!
go at once, and then all my guys go at once. We figured this helps with, people paying attention. Some players don't have to wait like a long time for their turns. It just kind of envelops everybody all at once and really puts them in the middle of the action. So, Gina, would you like to do rollies?
I dig it. All right, let's do this.
Okay. 6.
Come on,
12.
Yes!
So you all get to go first. So we kind of just all plans can kind of take action here. You guys can discuss what you'd like to do before you enact them. You could, like, if Emloon, if you were like, oh, Torben, let's do like a tag team thing. Like, you do this and I'll go behind you. It's kind of like a fun improv kind of style of combat. So if anyone's got an idea of what they'd like to do first, go for it. Otherwise, you can start talking.
Okay, well, Emlyn was holding on to the drill, which is now on fire, so she immediately lets go and launches herself, takes her little feet and launches herself off. And says, oh, it's not.
Torben will catch.
Oh, Torben, I don't understand. It's never done this before. I don't know what's happening.
It looks to be malfunctioning. Everyone prepare yourselves, and Torben will kind of ready a stance and start focusing. And as he focuses, he rages. And so with my rage, it's a homebrew, so Path of the Leader. It is a rallying presence. So you get one, if you're within 10 feet of me, you get 1d4 bonus to your attack rolls.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll put that radius on you
I'm
there.
adding that.
Boom.
So Clara has a spell called Tidal Wave, which basically creates I think it's 30-foot long, 10-foot wide tidal wave. So I personally would want to do that before anybody gets in the zone.
Oh, thank God.
So, like, if Clara, seeing this drill come to life and our new friend go flying, Clara's gonna just kind of position herself right in front of the drill, and this wave of water just comes out of nowhere, like bubbling up from the ground, and it grows and grows and grows till it's 10 feet high, which is like more than twice my height. And then as she like pushes it forward, it crashes down and need a dexterity saving throw from a sentient drill.
Okay.
Yeah, drill through your roll.
That's a 14.
That does fail. Because we're level 5 now, so things are fun finally. So we'll take.
That's a bit of dice.
As 4d8, so it is 15 bludgeoning damage. And I don't know if this applies to this, but it would be knocked prone.
Oh.
Topples over like a cow tip.
Nice.
So I imagine that this wave like comes up and over, and it just like spreads almost like underneath it, like picking it up. And then when the water comes crashing back down, that's when it's like askew, I guess.
Skew.
Cool. Gotcha. Tight.
Does it have tires?
Yes.
Does it have like?
It has 6, so they're metal tires essentially. They're
Track tires.
Yeah,
3
there's
on one side, 3 on the other, and they're just big metal tires, like solid objects with spikes coming out on either end. Okay, so 15 bludgeoning damage.
dang. All good. On for us.
15, math, 15, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And it goes prone. Okay. So, as you all kind of get into position, Emloon, you jump off the tank into Torben's arms. It's like, what's going on? You kind of rush over to the side. Clara, you get into position. Your wings kind of unfurl, and any moisture that's in the rock, in the dirt, starts to come up like beads of sweat that just kind of hover and start to come through the cracks of the dirt. And then you just, almost like a conductor, you raise your arms again, and beams of water just start to geyser up through the mountain, and all of this steam from the lava is being enveloped, and all these molecules just get painted into this massive tidal wave that you come up and boom, push forward. The seismic force hits the drill right dead center on, massive amounts of steam rises from the drill as the fire gets snuffed out for a second, and the sheer force of the tidal wave just makes it sort of rear up on its back and fall to the side. Tires just blending and screeching. So it does go prone.
Okay,
Clara is-
Katara.
A waterbender.
Yeah, apparently. Does it
Let's go.
go back any feet, or just in place it's prone?
No, I believe it's just in place.
Okay, so yeah, we'll just say that it's
Nice.
prone like that. Okay. Anyone else?
A lot of my stuff is very humanoid based, so if y'all have any ideas, shoot.
I'm going to smash when that. But if there's anything spells or anyone wants to do before
Right.
I inflict
You know,
smashing,
should I still bless you all? I mean, it's just a machine and it's on its side. Can we run around it? And that's basically my wisdom check. Should we fight? Should we fight this thing, or should we just leave it?
Loon's
that's
going-
me.
Yeah. Would it just run itself into the lava?
Right. Like, what does this fight seem worth pursuing since we have zombies next to us that might have heard it and they're running this way or coming this way?
you want to see if they are?
I do suggest that we must, I suppose, quiet this thing down as soon as possible before more hordes of enemies hear and come. The plan was to turn it on and make a quick getaway, but I assume now the longer we leave it, the more enemies will come, yes?
I know
Attack
of a
swiftly.
quite effective way of shutting things off.
Well, then I'll make sure that everyone has the chance, and I will bless at third level everyone in my vicinity. So Clara, Torben, Lewin, Rala, y'all have bless.
So for those that don't know, you get an additional 1d4 to your attack. So it's 2d4 added onto your attack rolls if you're in my radius.
Yes. Everyone,
with-
please listen to Emloon. We need to take this down.
And with inspired vigor of feeling blessed, he raises his hammer and goes to smash on the drill.
Do it at advantage. It is prone.
Nice.
With great weapon master. I'll put that on right now. So that is plus. Oh, where are my attacks? What do I get?
Yeah, roll to hit first.
So to hit, that is 22 with great weapon master.
Yep, that hits.
Do you want me to roll the second attack or just?
Yes.
So we'll do this one at
Great weapon master 2. So that is 16.
That just hits.
yes. Okay. There's fun times about to happen.
All the roll, all the dice.
5 plus 5 is 10. So first hit is 22 points of damage.
Ooh, okay.
Second hit 7, 17,
Dang.
25 points of damage.
Dang.
Ugh.
It's not a very chill drill, isn't it?
But it is no frills.
We smash.
So Torben, you take out that hammer, glistening in the light that's illuminating from the blue lava next to you. The sheer force of the hammer just bending the metal and wrapping around it. Massive, just holes and craters being launched into this thing.
I'm shutting it off. I'm shutting it off.
Like you're just manhandling a trash can, just the metal bending and warping, couplings flying off, big chunks of the outer hull being indented, making actual holes in it, sparks of fire and light just start to emanate out of this thing. You are fucking this thing up. The drill is starting to bend a bit, like it's not as pointy, it's kind of askew, but like all of the markings on the armor itself is just getting concaved and bits of metal are flying all over the place. It's pretty
Dwayne.
fucked up.
Dwayne,
What's that?
time to smash.
Time to smash. And seeing that this is an effective strategy, Lewin will brace a mace and will follow suit with a Morning
right.
Star.
With advantage.
With advantage, and I'm level 5, so I can attack twice now.
It's yep.
Ooh.
All right,
With 2d4 on top.
2d4 on top. All right. 12, and then you said 2d4.
Plus your attack modifier too.
That's right. 2, 6, 18. Is an 18 at least hit?
That does hit.
Okay, I won't add my modifier then. Okay, and then 1d8 plus 5 for this first attack.
We gotta get you a tray, dude.
We really do. I know. My desk is about this wide, man. That's 8 damage for the first attack. It's no Torben hammer, but yeah.
So good. You're just bonking it good. One more attack. Let's go, my friend.
I roll to do that second attack as well, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. That was not great. I'm going to miss a giant drill. That's 10, which I'm assuming.
That misses.
Did you add your d4s and your
blessed.
attack modifier? Yeah.
I'm blessed. I got modifier with that 10. Hold on.
Because it
That's
could
plus,
jump.
that's plus 4 to that. So that's 10. That's 14.
14 still misses.
Oh my goodness. I'm inspired, but I'm just too hyped up at this
I'm
point.
so inspired.
So
you guys.
excited.
I'm still
So
shaking off that
inspired.
celestial
I'm
revelation. It's
over-inspired.
okay.
I shakily miss. As Torben's just ripping this thing to shreds like Hulk on like ripping a tank apart.
Let me try.
Yeah, let me get in there. Ah, king, and you just like hit the brunt of the drill, so it bends even more. You just like kind of skid it, and one of the exit wounds from Tank's hammer like kind of explodes near you, and you go whoa, and kind of just get out of the way. But yeah, you did get a hit on there, but the last one missed. Anything else?
Rala? Or no, you got a bonus if you want it.
You're muted. Oh.
I was thinking I might try to use Breath of the Dragon on it to try and use acid and break down the metal.
You want to puke on it again?
Again, yeah.
Anxiety.
This time. Not out of anxiety this time. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to do that.
Yeah, for sure. You can use your breath weapon, or you can use your spear and your fury of blows for 3 attacks. Up to you. Or you could do your breath weapon and then the flurry of blows afterwards as well.
Okay, yeah, so I'll try the Breath of the Dragon first. So I'm rolling the hit first, right?
Yeah. Or no, flurry of blows. You need to do it with a melee weapon first, I think. Yeah, never mind. So yeah, breath weapon. Go
Or yeah. Okay, that's the 19.
Ooh, okay, that hits. Roll 2 d4s.
That is a 5 plus the bless.
The bless is for the attack, I
Just to
think?
hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've already hit, so don't worry about that.
Oh,
Just
okay.
do your
Okay.
straight damage.
Okay, then 5, I think.
5 damage? Okay, acid damage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, as everyone
I just
starts
kind of
to
spit on it a little bit.
curb stomp on this thing, the Rala form just walk up to it, and almost as light kind of emanates from your esophagus and your chest as this acid just goes all over it, spits all over onto the metal hull, sizzles and burns as it starts to melt and pour away onto the ground and dirt. It's just first attack, push over. It's just like parts are flying in the craters and indents are getting more and more large. The melting of the acid is starting to burn away at the hull, so like the insides are showing, sparking, and flames are coming out. Yeah, not looking good. Hermitha, Clara, M. Loon, was there anything you wanted to do?
Yes. Emloon stands back and braces herself, and she reaches into her shirt where she and shows like a necklace that she has. It's a necklace full of beads, and she plucks one of the beads off and readies it in her slingshot. And I would like to cast Guiding Bolt.
Ooh, yes.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
Love that.
Ooh, yeah.
Does the bonus, the 1d4s, is that towards attack or damage?
Attack.
As
Attack.
2.
Yeah, so you're in tank's radius, so you can add a d4 to that attack.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't bless you. I'm so sorry.
No worries.
It's 1d4, yeah.
We got enough.
Yeah.
We got with so many D4s going on.
Oof. Ooh, does a 16 hit?
Just hits. Roll
Oh,
damage.
perfect.
Oh,
Let's go.
So Emloon pats her pouch and goes,
Okay, brother, time for another adventure. We've done this before. Let's do this.
she plucks the bead off and she readies it in her slingshot. And she aims for anything that looks like a gear, hoping to jam the drill, and releases. She releases for damage of 10 radiant damage, if that matters.
Funny enough, that was how much HP was left.
let's go! Destroy
So,
that thing!
as you kind of get into position, everyone's just piling on the hurt onto this animated drill, and then you kind of whisper to your patch, "All right, we got this." Get your slingshot out. The bead is in the leather strap compartment. As you stretch it out, the bead kind of sparks and gets loud as the energy starts to crackle, and the radiant glow kind of emanates your own spotlight in this darkened cave. And it goes right into one of the craters that Torben created and then was eaten away from Rala's acid breath, leaving an opening in the inner gears of this thing. So right when your slingshot goes in, just like a little spark of energy, and the rest of the parts fly all over the mining shaft here, embedded into the rock ground, embedded into the ceiling. Some of the crates and wooden boxes just shatter from metal parts being thrown into it. But that guy is dead.
Ooh, she pats her pouch. Just, oh, my dear Bob, we did it. Look at that.
Nice aim.
That was impressive. What a shot.
Thank you.
Nice.
Right. Now, our other friends.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
I knew it wasn't going to be that easy.
Rumble after that massive explosion. You hear just various moaning and voices from the
disgusting.
distance go.
Nasty.
Okay. So.
Ew, 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 and ew.
Lowen's like, finally, something I can grapple. And we'll just ready to go, man. He wants to...
It's my turn still, correct?
That is true.
That's
Sorry,
right.
I forgot about the bless.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. No. It's okay if they're Oh, okay. They're far.
yeah.
So then they're far away, but I hear their moans. Correct?
Yes, you know that they're over there. They had clocked them earlier.
Okay, everyone, you need to get ready. I'll make sure these undead don't get any closer.
All right, positioning yourselves.
I'll
there.
hold myself. Yeah.
All right.
I wonder with this. So this is a great question, just DM wise, and you can answer this later. I know we can hold our actions and things. Is that something applicable here, or is
Yeah,
it?
if you
It's
haven't
still your
used
turn.
Yeah,
Or-
if you haven't used your action and while it's still your team's turn, definitely hold your action for a circumstance that could
I'll hold
happen. Yeah.
I'm holding it because I do have a specific reason for this.
Okay, sweet. So bless was a bonus action.
Bless. That was on my last turn.
Is it still
Second turn.
Kevin's turn?
Yeah.
Or-
No, I'm just trying to determine because that round of combat, that's when you blessed everybody, right?
Yeah, and then you came back around. And I hadn't done anything yet. Or am I
we
mixing
didn't.
it up?
We didn't come back around yet.
Oh, we didn't come back around. Then I
No, so
lied.
that was one round, and then now it's my turn.
Yeah.
It's your turn. No, you know what? I just ran over you in my head. It's your
That's what I was like. I was
turn.
like, oh, it's time for me
And
to
it
go. You're like,
works
no,
out-
no,
Just
no,
gonna
no, no.
keep skipping the
It
no, no,
works
no.
out perfectly.
It's
Don't
our
let him
turn
move.
now, clearly.
This
so I'm
works
gonna
out
do stuff.
better for me. Please do. Go ahead.
But some of you still had your
Yeah.
movement, so it's okay to get in position because a lot of you attacked from where you were. So that's
This is
Okay.
part of Hermitha's
No
plan.
problem.
Come on.
It's all a part of my plan.
I'll be
I'll
in the
move there.
bottleneck. Yeah, I'll be wherever they're approaching.
I'll join him on the front lines there.
I approach, but stay kind of back a little bit.
rushing towards you here. They stop chewing on goblin body parts.
Ew.
Okay. Let's see what they got here.
How would Gust look like in a situation like this, Hermitha?
Good.
Be so fun. I hope that I have something better though. It'll be like Gus, but worse for them.
That sounds great to me. A little light bulb in Lewin's head there.
Right?
Perhaps a strong wind. Or a throw.
Okay, props. Truly. Yes, I do have this.
Amen.
Okay. So excited.
Let them come.
Okay, so
Let
as
them
these
fight.
creatures approach, yeah, they are they seem to be undead remnants of the dwarves that were here before, affected from some affliction. You can see crystallized rocks and gems protruding out of their grayish dead skin faces, some jutting out from cheekbones and out of their mouth and out of their forehead. Skin that's kind of flayed and drooped down with various light green cracks of energy displayed along them, wearing tattered robes and old garments that are just rotting away from being here for so long. So they start to rumble towards you, and they kind of see you, and they kind of like 28 days later, they see your presence.
Oh. Oh God.
Oh no.
They just
Don't
start to
ever
rush
say that
towards
again.
you.
No.
Don't.
The imagery.
That is a dark,
Yeah.
dark
So,
mine. Oh,
there's-
absolutely not.
There's two that are dwarves that look more hulking. They have big gray, sort of straw-like beards. Hair kind of rotted away with furs and like wrapped hands. The other two look like they're robed with some sort of mage-like garbs. It's hard to tell because it's so rotten away. But the two that have cloaks on, they're rushing towards you, and those cracks in their face
Hey, Ma.
start to glow.
Oh,
And
How dare they?
let's see. I'm going to
Disgusting.
Nasty.
nasty.
That was some Lucius Malfoy.
Maybe we shouldn't have all.
Nasty. I'm gonna say
Disgusting.
Lewin
My liege.
and
Don't do this to me.
Do it.
To the DM.
Yeah, do
it
it.
now.
Bring it on.
Do it.
do it now, do it.
Come on.
Come on, do it. I'm right here. Alright, fuck you, Tank. I'm gonna have Lewin and Tank roll me wisdom saving throws.
You made him mad,
you
Corbin.
motherfucker.
A barbarian?
My wisdom's
She
not
said a
terrible.
barbarian.
He goaded me. He goaded me.
Yikes.
That's
I didn't
nat
wanna
one.
make it.
That's
That-
nat one.
Oh, how barbarian of you.
No, wait. I told you guys to go.
Or-
So
The
I
meatheads are
a
getting
two.
smacked. That's a
Or a
3.
2. I
That's a
have a
3.
plus 1. I have a plus 1. It's a 2.
well, so y'all don't
Four.
listen to me.
Me and Tori.
Okay.
I told them to listen to me. I did.
Listen to you what? We were like,
I
we
said
were there.
go.
We're ready to.
Okay, so Torben, you take 9 points of psychic damage. And Lewin, you take 10 points of psychic damage. You are both charmed for 1 minute.
No.
Wait.
While charmed in this way, your thoughts are sluggish and you can't take reactions.
What?
Your speed is also halved.
Oof. Oh God.
You can
Oh.
repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns, trying to end the effect.
So-
Are they
So
right
we
here?
can't attack the guys that charmed us, but we can attack the other guys.
I believe so. Just 1 second.
Ugh. Loon does not like things in his head, man. That sucks.
What did I tell you all? Hello, I'm Hermitha. I withstand against magical things like charm. Thank you.
Loon's too like wincing from this thing to like listen. It's like, ugh.
I'm
Yeah,
an
so
elf,
Conveniently, he targeted not the elf.
of course.
So Lewin and Torben, yeah. So you're charmed, so you can't attack the people that charmed you, so I'll put the green dots on them so you know. But you can attack the other two.
Okay.
But these two, as they rush towards you at breakneck speed, the two of them also, as they're rushing towards you, reach into the green necrotic shards that are coming out of their face and throw them at you. 2 attacks each. So this will be 2 attacks against Rala and 2 attacks against Emloon.
No.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, and I can't take reactions. Frick.
I don't think.
I can't do anything about that. Yeah.
All right, so Emloon, that is going to be a 14
Okay.
and a 10.
You're all
Nasty.
getting chastised after this.
We're gonna get a mouthful.
A
Dude, that was
strong
hit.
talking to.
I hate when Hermitha does that.
I win.
Was the 10 for Rala?
No, this is for Emloon, so both of those were a 14 and a 10.
Oh, yikes. Okay.
Yeah,
What did you
yikes.
say fuck me for? Oh, that's not good.
You're our guest. That's why.
Be our guest, be our
Oh,
guest.
man. Okay.
Okay, there we go. That.
I think the 14 maybe hits, but the 10 definitely probably doesn't.
Okay, wait. So how much HP do I lose?
No,
Oh no,
your
this
armor
is just
class.
a hit. So what's your armor class?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, oh my god. I just okay. The 14 hits. The 10 does not.
Okay, cool. And I'll roll 2 attacks on Rala just to see if they hit, and I'll do a little damage at once. So
Okay.
Rala, that is 19.
Yeah, that works.
Oh. yeah.
Quit being.
Get him out.
Oh, and same number. So 2
Oh.
19s.
Wow, 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 wow. Wow.
Beautiful.
Wow.
It's okay. We smashed the drill in one go, so we're okay.
You smashed the drill in one go. And I tried.
You did a
You
pain. You
helped.
did a little
You
think. You gave it a little think.
Got a little overzealous there. That's okay.
Okay, so
I like the energy.
Oh.
sorry, for Emloon, you take 5 points of necrotic damage, and you have disadvantage on the next attack roll you make before the end of your next turn.
Wow, Kevin's really saying fuck you.
I know, right?
It's alright. We got
Isn't
it.
he?
Fine.
Really?
Everything's fine.
For
I
Rala,
really need this to
because
work.
this is a ranged attack, you have a certain reaction that you can use against it.
Oh, yes, I do.
Mine.
Do the thing.
You
Yeah.
could potentially catch one of these shards, because you have deflect missiles.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'll
So
try.
here we go. So I gotta roll the damage first, and then we're gonna see how much you reduce it by. So it is 7 necrotic damage. So what you get to do is you get to roll a d10 plus 7. If that that number will reduce the damage taken. If the damage becomes 0, you catch the shard and can throw it back at the dude.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
So
Oh,
bad.
plus 7?
Shards.
Is it plus 7?
Yeah, 1d10 plus 7. Monk.
And she only took 7 damage, so does it like auto happen? Because no matter what she rolls?
Oh,
Truth
yeah,
be told.
that's right.
You can throw it back.
Math!
Yeah,
You
so
chuck that thing. That nasty shard.
Rala, roll me, I guess like with your dart, roll a d20 plus 4.
Okay.
That's so badass.
That is a 12, so 16.
16 just hits.
Let's go.
So that's going to
Okay.
be 9 points of damage
Yeah.
Let's go.
at the thing. But you got hit with the second one. So that damage for you
Still badass.
Still
take it.
sick.
Still so sick.
is 10 points of necrotic damage.
Oh.
And you also have disadvantage
Oh.
until the end of your next turn.
Just you wait till Rala builds up their confidence, bro. Everyone's done for. All of them.
Just got
It's
anxiety
over.
right now.
Back.
That's true. World needs to watch out.
So everything's fine.
Right,
Bruh.
right. It doesn't
Yeah, I'm still
feel
shaking that thing
fine,
off
though.
my head, man.
Okay, so yeah, as these things kind of rush towards you, Torben and Lewin, as those flashes of necrotic energy come through the dead skin, you see your own versions of crystals start to form around your head, and this tight crown latches around the top of your cranium, and just stops you in your tracks for a minute. You hear distant whispers around in your head. Thoughts are becoming sluggish as you kind of stunt in your tracks and just become a bit dazed for a minute. These two necrotic shards come out from the distance. Ryle, you're able to catch one, just spin with your momentum and fling it back, but as soon as you spin around, another one hits you right into the center chest. Same thing with you, Emlune, as you kind of rush to meet them. One hits you in the chest too, the other one you're able to deflect off. But that, I believe, is all of their turns, so
I go first.
back to you.
Come on.
I go forward.
Get it.
But before we clarify anything here, they are these are their positions, and they are on like a tiered. They are in my sight from here, though.
You can
lower
see
level.
them, yeah.
If I'm here, they're in my sight, and let me measure
Do
very
it.
quickly.
Yeah, this is like 5 feet. You're like, you're on a
25.
raised platform here, but it's like 5 feet down.
All right, we're going to go ahead and turn undead.
Oh.
So, as an action, I will hold up the symbol of Hestia, and I will speak a prayer. Leave, you cold, barren things, away from this space of home and hearth and warmth. Take your devilry out of here. And then, if it's within 30 feet, they have to hear or see me. Wisdom throw DC 15.
Yes. Praise be Hestia.
Praise be.
Praise be. All right, for the two.
Let me know if
close
any of them
undead,
fail.
Wisdom, right?
Yes.
Badass.
19 for one.
I knew you would do it, whoever you were, you little...
10 on the other.
Okay.
For the other two that are a bit more bigger. 16 on one.
Son of a bitch.
And 21 on the other.
Oh my!
21?
I'm sorry, I got a
Dude.
19 plus 2.
You know what, it's fine.
How are they
because
wise? They're dead.
the one... That's facts. The one that did fail, so I do have a feature, just to take it a little further. So, is it is it CR lower than the threshold of my level? I'm level 5.
It is higher than.
It's all higher? Dang it. Okay. Well, that one is turned for a minute, so it needs to run. And now that one can't come any closer to me.
Sorry,
for-
just to clarify, did you want to know
if the one that failed.
the one that failed? Right, so that one, yeah, that's higher than a 5.
Yeah. Okay. So that one needs to go away though. So that's what I do for my turn. I move forward and make at least a small shield against that one thing that failed. And that's me.
Yeah, so
That's
as you
something.
rush through, you give that epic line. Are you clinging to like an iconography, like a necklace or something? I forget.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
the necklace, you hold that forward, you say that speech, that prayer comes forward, almost like a sonic wave. It hits all of the Denzians in front of you. But this necrotic, crystallized energy, whatever it's inside of them, whatever these mind flayers have done to these things, whatever experiments has gone down here, has somehow messed with your ability to make undead just run from you, from the very sight of you. But one of them, it broke through, and you see the eyes just start to blindingly reap of white light, like 2 flashlights going out of the skull of this undead thing, and it just can't handle it, and it starts to turn and run the other way, but the other 3 are still going towards you.
Does that break any charmed
Yes.
condition on any of us?
Does that interrupt anything?
Override. Or might the magical hacker.
Right. Oh yeah, that's spell attack. Oh. Really got to hone in on that one. Let me see.
You know what? I will say, Lewin, make me a wisdom saving throw again.
All right.
See if
It
knocks
can't
out.
take reactions either.
That's
And
just a D20 with the modifier, right?
And we're blessed too.
D20 with your wisdom
Yes.
saving throw mod. And
Y'all
a
are
D4.
blessed.
Gosh knows. And then plus a D4, you said?
Yep.
All right. Come on. 12.
Still, the
Gosh!
voices are in your head. The whispers
Get out!
loud. The crystals are still clinging to
Yeah.
your brain, unfortunately. Okay.
Thank you for the shot, though. Oh my gosh knows.
So
Anyone else?
Torben will kind of shake a little bit,
Yeah,
and
meatheads.
he can't focus on who's ever charming him, but he glances his eyes down and heads towards, I think, 5, 10. Yeah, I could make that with half my movement. And charmed. So I can attack recklessly if I want to. On this poor unfortunate with Great Weapon Master. Plus 8 is 20. Does 17 hit.
Oh, yeah. Go
Nice.
get him.
I'm gonna roll for my second attack. Again, Great Weapon Master. 4, 5, 19, 21.
21 points of damage?
No, that's the 21 to hit, so both.
Oh, the
will
second one,
have-
yeah.
Yeah. So first hit does 8 plus 5, 13, 15, 25 points of damage.
Let's go.
25, okay.
Second hit does
Third.
9 plus 5, 14, 16, 26 points of damage.
Jeez Louise.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you rush at this thing, gaunt, eyes missing, nose ripped off, leathery gray skin hanging on its bones.
Oh my.
An arm flies off, ribs concave
Yeah.
through its own leathery skin as it breaks through. Half of its face smashed in, a jaw just hanging down, one hand left. Still coming for you. It's barely hanging on. You almost crushed it in one blow, but still there.
Take that, you unfrightful, surprisingly wise dead thing.
All right,
I
anyone
agree.
else?
GM, if I wanted to cast Moonbeam and I wanted to center it here, can you see that on your screen?
Yep.
Is that enough to miss the one that is turned but get the other two?
So this is on a raised platform. This is 5 feet.
Oh,
under.
right.
So if you did it on that center, you would get this cloaked one, but miss this one.
So it is like a 40-foot column. So it could
Oh, that's
technically
right.
get both.
Yeah. No, yeah, then it would get one. They would get both of them, sorry.
But it would miss the one that's turned.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
that's
that
what Clara's gonna do, is seeing that one get turned, I'm gonna probably quite silently, like just in the back, just like wave her feathers around, and then you just see this 40-foot column come down in the center of that square. So at the top of their turns, they will take damage.
Okay.
Do I make any sort of save against a charm, or is it just charmed?
So you'll make it at. Sorry, you did go. Wow. Restart. You went. So you were supposed to make that save at the end of your turn. So make me another Wisdom saving throw.
Plus D4. That's 19.
Hey, there you go.
Huzzah!
Blessed for the win.
Thank God. You're blessed. Don't forget it.
Your
I love
blessings are
clerics.
quite bountiful, Hermitha. I thank you.
Don't thank me. Thank Hestia.
The best.
You're so full of it, Hermitha. I
Yes.
love it.
Oh my God. I'm trying to be devout. Thank you.
The Hestia, the Bestia.
Can I praise God? Thank you.
Can I get an amen?
Hell yeah.
Come on. So you wanted to do Moonbeam, the
And
best
it will
spell of
drop.
man.
It will drop my pass without a trace, just FYI, so that radius will come down.
You know, it's kind of not needed.
No,
See
it's a
you
little
later.
late for that, isn't it?
It's a little loud.
The Moonbeam is 5-foot radius from it.
Correct.
So actually, it would get the other one here.
Nah, rats. Well, then I don't want to do that. Okay, somebody else go while I think of something else to do.
I'm gonna just. I'll You go ahead, Emily. You go ahead. You're all
Are you
good.
sure?
I was just gonna try to swing. So if you've got something cooler planned, go for it, please.
Okay.
Swing away.
Before I do start, correct me if I'm wrong. If I do a guiding bolt, I can still do a bonus action after. Yes.
I think Guiding Bolt is an action, but you will have disadvantage on your next attack roll before the end of your next turn.
How does that work again?
So
Roll 2 and
basically,
take the lower.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Okay. Emlung moves forward here-ish.
Get within my radius.
And that's for the 1d4, right? Okay.
It's like bless.
And she brings out her necklace again, this time taking the beads out and ripping all 8 balls off of the necklace, and starts positioning 2 between each finger and puts it in the slingshot. And I would like to cast Guiding Bolt on that one?
Yeah, this one isn't. This one's pretty fucked up. It's tanks beat it to shit. So you're welcome to probably end that dude with some
Okay.
good damage. These people have not been hit yet.
Okay.
This one here has been turned, so they're running away. But if you hit the turned target, it will snap out of the turned condition and right back. So you might just want to avoid that one. But all the
Okay.
other 3 up for grabs.
I'll take the closest one.
All right, go for it.
And then let's see, Guiding Bolt roll, and then you said 2d4s, yes?
Yeah. So roll. So 1d4, I think, or even
One.
less.
I didn't get to bless you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Got
so
it.
it's 1d4, but this will be a disadvantage. So I would say roll to hit at disadvantage and then see what the result is.
Okay, so that first one is 16. Second one is. Wait. Oh, dang it! Second one is 21.
Oh, both are great. So
This is
you
excellent news.
Definitely hit.
Yes.
Why would you fake me out that way? Oh, that sucks.
Mind
man.
games.
Play those games,
So
please.
16 just hits. So
Okay.
roll
Nice.
damage.
And the
And you
damage
no longer
is.
have that disadvantage condition.
Oops, sorry, wrong one.
I was gonna be like, all you have to do is roll higher.
That's 8 damage.
8 damage, okay. So as one more guiding bolt balls in the slingshot lines it. Another big explosion of radiant light kind of smashes the rib cage and the chest plate and the collarbone of this undead dwarf. Just like a bunch of dust and bone and skin flies off into the lava pit beside it. Almost some of his clothes like slowly looks like if he goes any closer could catch on fire, but still standing on one leg. You blew apart one arm, one leg, one side of the face, hobbling over to Torben.
Okay, I would like to. So, when you look back at Emlung, she is now frantic. Nobody knows why. She's holding the string of necklace, now empty without the 8 beads that she had. She is losing her mind. Like, my brother made me. She's pacing back and forth in circles. My brother made me that. I don't have it. You made me destroyed. What do I do, brother? What do I do? She pats at her pouch and she's freaking out. What do I do, brother? She just reaches. I just wish you were here. She reaches into her pouch and just like grabs some ashes. She rubs it. I wish you were. I wish you were here. I wish you were here. I do not commit wars. I commit massacres. And I use my bonus action to rage.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes! Multi-class!
She looks over at Torben and goes, "Battle buddy."
No.
Hell yeah!
I feel betrayed somehow. Some way in my heart, I look at Emlyn with shock. Like, oh, I didn't know that could come out of such a small package.
And as she
Yes.
she rises up, her once loose clothing, the strings that were holding him together breaks as you see her grow stronger before your eyes, and she looks over at everyone and says, "I am your friend, and I will fight to the death."
To the death, battle buddy.
Just veins protruding out of their arms, muscles starting to bulge and just enlarge in their place as they kind of go up like 1 foot taller and just stand their ground. Boom, boom. Bruh.
They made me use my 8 balls.
All right.
Sick.
So
With
sick.
that done, I believe
Clara.
Clara,
Yeah.
Rala, Lewin, you still got moves to do.
Okay, Clara knows what she wants to do.
Hit him.
And again, I'll need a ruling because I can't remember exactly, and I'm Googling and I can't find it, what the effects of turn undead are. I think it's just if I hit it with a attack.
If you hit it, it will break it out of that retreat.
Okay, so my question then is, I want Clara to fly up to here. So she's seeing these creatures rushing at her friends old and new, and as she's flying, the wings create this massive gust, and I would like to cast Gust of Wind. I have it once as a free feature, so they would need to make all three of the guys, right there, those three.
Is it a cone?
It's a line 10 feet wide that follows a line I choose. So like from me,
Just
I'd like
straight through it. Just how long does it go? Like what's the longest?
60 feet. And
60
they have
feet. Okay.
Yeah. And they have to make a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away from me in that direction.
Oh, into the lava.
Yeah.
Love this.
Yeah.
Love this so much.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens here. Strength saving throw, you say?
That is correct.
That is a 22.
Okay.
But that doesn't count as damage, does it? Like,
If they're in the lava, they're
yeah,
lava
but that's in the
will, but the-
lava. But
Yeah,
the
yeah.
attack, the gust of wind wouldn't
It's n-
count.
it's not. It's hard to say. Some could argue it's an attack. Some could argue it's
Let me look.
some would argue it's an ability. Exactly.
Grappling from
Man, I wish we
afar.
could just put our chat.
Grappling?
Or it's
Yeah, it's if it
back-
takes any damage.
yeah. So it's not
So-
taking damage. It's just moving.
If you were trying to organize your attack to not like hurt them specifically with gust of wind, then as long as it's not doing any damage.
I'm gonna say
Correct.
just my ruling that it's not. It's hard to say. I'll just say it's not an attack. This won't. If it fails, it won't it won't affect the turn on deck. 'Cause if we're all knows, it's just a gust of wind that's just pushing it.
Thank you.
Not taking any damage from the gust of wind itself. It's just being pushed.
So if it affects how you play.
Okay. So that first one is 22. That was the turned undead one. The second one got
Stay
a
strong.
9,
So that one will fail.
and then the third one 11.
That one will fail as well. So
Very
they're
nice.
pushed 15 feet back as. Can I flavor this? That, like, as the gust is brought up and the dust starts swirling, I imagine, like, the colors of the wind scene where just colors start to bleed into the air.
It's like best Disney princess. Best
Yeah,
one.
and it's like. Yes, but prettier than that. And it's just all
Shade.
these like colors come from my wings, and that's what kind of energizes this spell. So for the rest of the duration, which is up to a minute as long as I hold concentration, anyone moving towards me is basically difficult terrain. They'll have to spend 2 feet of movement for every one.
Nice.
Okay. So we also, because of the lava rules that we also homebrewed from our boss battle, because the DM's guide basically says you fall in lava, you just take 18 d10 damage if you're fully submerged. Like, there's no, like, round tracking or anything. So for those just watching, and for Gina as well, our homebrewed rules for lava is when you fall in lava, you immediately take 2d10 fire damage. On the start of your next turn, if you're still in the lava, you'll take 3d10 fire damage. If you can't get out of it, next round you take 6d10, and then you take the full 18d10. So it's like, basically it gives you a couple rounds to try to get out of it. You still get burnt and are hurt, but it's not just insta-death if you fall in, which is just like
Disfigured
ridiculous. For
horribly.
level 5 characters, I could have.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, so these guys are immediately going to take their fire damage. Okay. All right, so yeah, that gust of wind with all that coloration goes through those two. The one kind of like runs out of the way of the gust of wind, ironically enough, because it's been burned and it's just like Muppet arms flailing in the air, running away. So it just misses the gust of cone. But the other two get just blown out of the way as they start to fall into the top of the lava. Their dead, dry, papery, undead skin immediately catches on fire. Their clothes do as well. You see the flames start to engulf them. But they may have a chance to get out. So, Rala, I believe you still have things you could do.
I think I can just watch all that shit happen, and I'm gonna just be ready behind the others, because I don't think I'm too necessary at the moment. I'm like, you guys handle that shit.
I mean, guess so.
You
Maybe
can slap this one in front of me across the face.
I mean, yeah, you could attack the one
I
in front
thought
of
about
Torben.
flicking him, yeah. I thought about flicking him.
Emlung reaches out a powdered hand and goes, "Do you want some?"
Rage
Are you
powder.
offering me drugs?
It is not drugs, it is my brother. My brother in arms.
The ashes of
I'm gonna take like the deepest breath and do it. Sure, I'll take it.
To Valhalla, brother. She smears the rest on her face.
Poor Rala. So impressionable.
I'm just going with
Peer
it.
pressure is so strong.
Do it.
Do it.
Same thing.
Yes.
You take that dust, envelop it, your veins start to bulge, like this energy just surges through you. Muscle fibers get like really tense, like you're an Olympic weightlifter, and just veins coming out of your neck.
Who is Bob? What was he?
Bob was my brother.
Just look like I get the Yankee Kurt Angle, just running at this thing.
So that I'll use Draconic Strike on the last guy there.
Hey.
Okay, so the Draconic Strike you can add after you've hit. So basically that helps to change the damage type. So for this, you could do those 3 attacks in a round where you could hit it with a spear for D8 of damage and then use a key point for a bonus action. Flurry of blows.
Okay. Yeah, so then I'll use the spear first.
All right, so rolled attack. I believe it's a +5 for the D20.
That is a +5, 12? 12.
Ooh, that's going to miss. So yeah, try with the flurry of blows. So use a key point. So you make 2 attacks. So you can
Added
use
the
it on
bless to
D&D
that, or am
Beyond.
I tripping?
And
oh,
and
oh, you are
2d4. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry,
Bless.
Shit.
you are my mistake. Also, you are blessed, but you also have disadvantage from the necrotic shard.
Oh yeah.
Son of a biscuit.
Yeah.
On the next attack roll. So that's I mean, you might miss anyways, but so roll the d4 to see what that total first hit would have been. So
okay.
It's a 12. Add a d4, see what that would be.
That would
2
be
d4s, right? Because she's in Torben's.
Oh shit!
radius.
Yeah, 2d4.
Okay, so then that's another 5.
17.
So that
17.
would have hit, but you have disadvantage on the spear attack. So
Do it again.
roll the d20 again.
Just
+5.
roll it higher.
That was a 4.
Yeah, no d4s are going to
That's
make
not
that hit.
higher.
Extra
But-
ashes, bless
So
him.
that's your first attack. out of the
Dice.
way,
She did not have
disadvantage.
enough.
It doesn't hit,
Together, dice.
but you can hit with the 2 flurry of blows, so you can make
Yeah.
those 2 unarmed strikes. So once
Okay, yeah.
again, roll a d20, add 5, and the 2d4.
And then is this the same that I would roll 2?
So you're gonna roll 2 attacks, but just for the first one, for the first attack, roll the d20 +5 +2d4.
Okay, so that's a 15. Oh, d4. Oh god. Okay. 15 +5, 20,
That hits.
23.
Yeah,
Let's go!
So that first one hits. So do that whole thing again. See if the second one hits.
It's 8 +5 is
13.
13.
And then the 2
+5 is
d4.
18. 18.
So the flurry of blows, both of them hit.
Let's go!
So on your D&D Beyond sheet, you should have the damage part, the 1d4 plus 3,
Yeah, just
I
tap
think.
that sucker.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
tap that once and tap it again.
Okay,
That's sick.
7
7 points of damage.
and
7 and
Yeah.
All right, so this thing was on its last legs from the guiding bolt. So as you kind of go over and you kind of skitter in with the spear, you go to strike it, and you go to slash away at the chest, but it slashes and it's just like dust and ash from the thing. It doesn't seem to affect it at all, with half its body just scarred off from the guiding bolt and all the attacks from Torben. He's going, oh, fuck this. Kind of do a soft land into a massive jab, and your fist just goes through the head of the undead dwarf, and you take it off and just take it off in your hand.
Can I just talk about how Hermitha saw this? Hermitha saw Rala saying, "Oh, geez, I don't know if I should hit it. Maybe not. I don't." No, and Torben's like, "Ah," and you're like, "Okay, fine," and you do all of that. Thank God. Thank you.
Okay, fuck it.
Yeah.
Yes! Yes!
The dead brother's ashes are surging through me.
You are a worthy fighter, a worthy warrior. My brother would be proud.
Yes.
All right.
I'm like, I'm not feeling.
This is so messed up in so many ways, man.
So with
That's
that, I
all
believe
of our
everyone
turn.
has gone.
Mhm.
So it is back to my turn. So our two guys in lava are going to take 3d10 fire damage at the start of their turns.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Yeah, let him burn, man.
One of them takes 23 points of fire.
Ooh.
Oof.
Jesus.
Yes, please.
Just but a flesh wound.
I mean, it's a flesh wound. Okay, and then
That one's still knocked prone, or...
it's running
It's
away.
turning. Yeah.
Oh, that's right, that's right. Via Hestia.
And 26 to the other one.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
That's nice.
No wonder the Gabos were scared of these things. They're
Truth.
Hefty. They're hefty.
hefty. Yeah.
So this one's going to use its full movement
Oh my gosh.
to run away the other way.
I thought you were talking about the lava ones. I was about to say, my goodness.
No, but they're also going to.
Oh no.
they have half speed because they're
Yeah.
in my line.
Mm-hmm.
They are at half speed, but oh,
Is lava movement also
Half.
slowed?
Half.
speed. Ah, shit.
No speed.
Get fucked,
No
nerd.
speed for you, Sonic. Okay. Shit.
Good call, Clara.
You will.
Yes.
Quick math. They have 6 feet of movement with the double half speed, so they can move 1 square, actually. Fuck me swinging. Okay, so they did. These things are going. They're kind of like goopily wading through the lava, trying to make their way back to the surface, but the lava is just starting to corrode the outer body parts. They're sinking a little bit. They're fully caught on flame now as they're kind of Terminator walking towards you all, but no avail. Hermitha, do they have to use a dash action or just
A dodge. I believe it's a dodge. Yeah.
I think it's
They
dash
can-
unless they can't
Yes.
move, and then it's dodge.
For its action, it can use only the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If there's nowhere to move, then they can use dodge.
Yeah, so you see that turned undead dwarven figure just rush into the shadows, the light beaming the walls as it kind of takes a sharp turn and out of your radius. I'll just say for the purposes of combat that these creatures inside of the lava here just start to bubble as they're like one of the undead dwarf gets their hand on the edge of the platform, just starts to sink in as part of the wrist just disconnects and just the hand's just left on there, and the two of them starts to bubble and sink down.
Always hated undead.
I turn to Emloon and I look at her and I like put my hands on her shoulders. It's okay. It's okay.
Yes.
It's okay. And I start stroking.
Yes, that's nice.
That Bob,
Yeah,
you're
that's-
quite powerful,
Oh,
hey?
it's very nice, yes. That's very comforting of you. That's very nice.
Oh, that's
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. So, you okay?
Yes.
it feels very. Oh,
There we go.
quite warm in here, isn't it? Yes, I'm wonderful. How are you?
Good. Yeah. But, you, what? What? You want to tell me a little more about Bob? What,
You want to tell me a little bit more about Bob?
Do we want to know about Bob?
Also worth asking.
Is he from the Hells?
And which plane does he call home?
Bob. And Emloon reaches for her pouch and she goes, that Bob. Bob isn't my brother. My brother's name is Clarence. Oh, you must have mistaken. No, my brother's name is Clarence. Bob just stands for bag of brother.
Is Bob just a secret name for your drugs? For your enhancements? I swear.
No.
Secrets.
My brother has always promised to be by my side whenever I need him, and whenever I get, very scared, I miss the way he smells. It always brings me comfort. So but no, Bob isn't my brother. No. Bob is just bag of brother. My brother's name is Clarence. But my Clarence I haven't seen in a while, so sometimes I just like to.
All right, man. No, let's just save that for later. Maybe that's. It's all right. Everything's fine. We're nice and calm.
Does anyone else have a headache?
Yeah.
I'm
Yes,
tearing
a
the
little bit.
rest of the crystals off my head.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Goodness.
quite a little mess we've made here, haven't we?
Shall we find our way out, maybe? That drill was not the answer we were looking for.
No, we need to catch up with Reed and
Yes.
Bob.
No, yes, there is a way now that the drill is no longer working. I suppose we can go the other way. It's a bit longer, but it'll still get us out of here.
It's all we want right now, my friend.
Okay.
And then she starts leading the way, but as she's going towards the exit, she searches around and picks up any of the beads of her necklace, and she restrings it, and she gets all 8 balls.
If she leans down, I'll help. She can't pick it up by herself.
Clara would as well.
Yeah, so we're all looking for balls.
You bend for me.
I don't bend to people in conversation because it's rude. We don't bend down for anyone but children, and you are not a child, so I will not treat you as such.
But well, thank you for helping me. You're quite wonderful, and all of you, thank you for keeping me safe. And
It's the least we could do, Emloon. You're very helpful. You've helped us more, and you know.
oh, thank you so much. I hope you all understand that my brother is very proud of you.
You know what?
Dear.
I can hear Bob, Clarence already. You sure it's not Bob though that's influencing you right now? Or was it Clarence? I can't tell.
Oh no, it's just me now. It's just me.
Okay.
Fantastic. Very nice.
Luna's just very, very slightly braced, feet just slightly apart, but ready to move on.
Away we go then.
Okay. So, as the rest of you, so you're taking the other exit, not the mine carts? The elevator part?
I'm assuming that the drill is broken and those mine carts don't work anymore because the drill can't power it.
So the drill was never powering it. It was used to mine further tunnels and excavation down here, but the track is still.
Oh, okay.
Well, in that case,
I still want fun.
yeah, let's get on the carts. It's much more fun. I feel that after all this, we deserve a little bit of fun and excitement. Yes.
Yes.
I feel like that was pretty exciting. I don't know.
I sure do. I turn to Torben and I turn to Louis. I turn to everyone and I say, when I say back away, I mean back away. If anyone could have handled any undead, it could have been me first. Then you wouldn't have taken a nasty curse right off the top of the round.
Well, it
You're right.
could have been you.
Maybe.
So I decided to make my big self in front of you.
Lewin was almost going to be apologetic, but then it'll be like, yeah, this was a tactical maneuver, Hermitha.
You sleep on that.
Okay, all right.
You think about how I'm right when you go to sleep at night. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Now go.
All right. So as you all start to pack into the carts one by one, bringing you to the top level of the mine. If you look up at the top of your map here, you will see the main entrance of Zula's Rest. And as you all kind of start to emerge from the elevator shaft, or no, sorry, not the elevator shaft, the mining track up here, that sort of takes you into this room that was all barricaded before. As you remember, there was that door that was stacked with a bunch of crates and everything. You see more decimated and torn apart undead dwarves. Seemingly they had just trapped some in here and just weren't dealing with them, but have since apparently dealt with them. So as your cart tracks bring you up here, you open the door, and you are welcomed by the familiar voice of Blob and Thornton Reed, who's beside him, like kind of has their head in their face in their head and their palm and like smoking a cigarette. As Blob is like,
All right, everybody. I don't know how many times I can say this. We have to go down there and save our new friends, okay? I've said this like 20 times now. We gotta go. But I don't want to get your undead down there. No, it's fine. Look, we sent a few people down there already to make sure that there was none in there. They'll be back at any point, I swear. Any point. And they're a little slow. But look, we're gonna take a team of 2 of you and the Badger, because the Badger needs to do something too. It's just been sitting in the fucking kitchen this whole time, and I have been trying to tell the people, Rexithan and all of them, that this Badger is more helpful than just being a fucking kitchen pet. All right? I'm the leader. I've got the crown now, and what I say goes.
and this thing is just, and it's like kind of drunk on its own supply a little bit, but the reason it's been taking so long is that he's been trying to convince the other goblins to come save you, and it's not going well. But you all emerge out of the mining shaft to this raucous crowd, and then he just kind of clocks you behind everybody and goes,
Oh! Oh!
Way to stand firm, my friend.
Good job, buddy.
Hello, buddy.
Oh, yes.
Hey.
Oh, wow, you made it. Who's that?
and just points over to Emloon.
That's him.
Hello.
She helped us
Jar
out.
lady.
Love to meet you.
Em did your job for you, Blob.
What?
She helped.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're not undead, are you?
No, no.
Last I checked, no. I am still flesh and blood. Yes.
She's good at fighting them, though.
Correct.
Alright, you gotta be careful. Alright, well. False alarm, everybody! That's fine. The other 3. Did you see the other? We were setting a searching party for you. Did you see them down there?
Well, we thought it was actually you that met your demise for a hot second, but no, they did not make it out, and it was indeed not you. So, might as well scratch them off the list.
Oh, speaking of, since you've been up here, have you seen my friend Zunk anywhere? He's about yay high. He, a very sweet smile on his face. He carries around a wallet with the pictures of all his 14 children. And
Yeah, he's got a lot of family members.
yes.
He's got all those children.
4 of which are toddlers under 3. And, he works as kind of a tour guide around here. Have you seen him?
Emlyn, would you say that Zunk was the only tour guide around here?
Most definitely, 100%, yes.
Was your
Alright.
tour guide friend a goblin?
Yes.
Twitch.
You know, I really must check on that mole thing. I'm gonna go over there, check on that mole thing.
Badger?
I'm sure Blob can help
Badger
you.
somewhere? I think
Don't worry.
Everyone.
So this is the thing. I want you guys to have a chance of this. If you're trying to hide the fact that you killed him, Blob has no fucking idea. He's about to blurb out like, "Oh, I fucking killed him."
No, that's why I'm walking away.
So either does anyone want to try to roll a straight charisma check to try to tell Blob, or does he just say it?
I don't know.
I just took the gem from him. I didn't do anything after that. I'm not a part of this.
I'm not gonna tell
Yeah,
Blob to
Blob-
do anything anymore. He's his own man.
And then you, kinda
Yeah,
say,
he's-
you say that out loud, and Blob just goes,
Oh, yeah, we fucking killed him.
You what? You
Just bobbing his dead head in the lava down in the sanctuary.
killed my
Well,
My
I didn't kill him.
friend.
Torben did. He killed him.
My friend.
Torben! And then she looks
my
up.
friend. My friend.
To be fair,
He was under the control of Rexithrid. He was too far gone.
They may have had no choice.
He was trying to sacrifice us.
Oh,
Yes.
Leaving now.
I see.
Bye.
And if that would have happened, we would have never been able to set you free.
Oh.
So, as unfortunate as that loss is, and all loss is great, and we can feel these things, know, my friend, that his death allowed you to be free.
Oh, well, that does bring me some comfort. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry that he may have tried to hurt you, even though he didn't try to. Now, it seems that I have to be the bearer of bad news for his 14 children, 4 of them under the age of 3. I suppose I should go tell them, but can you all promise me something?
Yes.
Yes.
What up?
sure.
Can you please come to meet the children one day? I won't tell them what you did, but I would like you to look them in their eyes, all 14 of them, and tell them what a great person their father was, including the 4 under the age of 3.
I can organize the visit.
Oh, wonderful.
I know where
That's
it is.
lovely. Blah.
I'm going
can
to be
do-
so clear with you, Emloon. I'm not comfortable with guilt. Only adventure. But I could write a letter. I can do that.
That would be great. It will be like a
Pen pal situation. Yeah.
yes, and I can read to them for bedtime, since Zonk used to read them bedtime stories every night.
We can,
Not
we
anymore.
we can do better, my friend. And Torben will reach in and pull out like a handful of gold, probably 1 gold piece for each child.
That is so funny. Pay it forward.
Torben,
For his sacrifice for your freedom and for us to make it out of this place in one piece, we will secure a future for those children.
oh, thank you. That is so kind. That is so very honorable. That you would do that for the children. Thank you. Oh,
You
my
scare me when you do that, Emloon. That's why I'm over here.
I'm sorry. The allergies. There's something. My nose is just kind of stuffy. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much, Torben.
You're welcome.
Quick question though. Where'd the sacrifices go?
They're no longer sacrifices, my friend. They are free people.
Trapped downstairs though?
We had to clear the way, Blob,
Yes.
We had to make
Oh,
it safe.
and secure that you guys were well as well. So
oh, well, that's
now that we're all good, we can certainly make sure that they'll come up unharmed.
Want to send another search party?
We'll get them.
Oh, okay. All right.
We wanted to make sure that you all hadn't been turned, we weren't leading into further disarray, but we have an organized plan to go and secure the hostages, so yeah.
Yes, you always have to make sure you have a clear exit before trying to transport people.
Yeah, we
Make
didn't know what
make
happened
note of
to
that,
you.
Blob. It is a good thing to do.
I think they're still running.
Yeah. Probably a buck somewhere around here to write this shit down. Yeah.
Hermitha totally actually goes into the next room and just kind of goes, it is like, how did I forget? Like,
I had not forgotten about them. I was either gonna direct
Hermitha did.
Blob or
Straight up. Hermitha forgot.
I think with
Rita
that,
told them to work out and then just left.
I think with that, as Hermitha kind of runs over to that makeshift office of the bed and goes, the camera kind of like perks up from the mine and starts to lift up into the clouds as you've all secured Zorzula's rest. And another path starts to build itself forward, whether you'll take Austin Demry to the Astral Citadel, revisit back with the moving marketplace to do that little side quest you guys had built up, or see what other options you have before you. But
Visit 14 children.
I will go to them now. Thank you, friends. Thank you so much for all your help, and Torben for the gold. The rest of you could have helped also with the goals for 14 kids, but that's okay. I won't say anything about that.
Torben carries all of our gold. All of it. You have thoroughly robbed us. Yes.
I literally robbed you, probably.
It was in her room, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was in her room
my
where
God,
we
it
found
was.
you.
You don't know that though.
She doesn't really hear that as she's
Beautiful
walking out.
tapestries worth 75 gold, all of like gems and probably family heirloom keepsakes.
Oh my god! She doesn't really hear that as she's leaving. She's goodbye. She turns around. She goes, "What was that?"
No, nothing. You're.
As Loom starts to make their way out back into the world after being taken out of it for so long, camera pans up to a fairly nice golden sunset, and that's where we're going to end our session tonight, everybody.
Oh, man.
Hooray!
Yay!
Wow.
Wow.
Amazing.
That's what I got.
Thank you so much, Miss Gina Darling.
Thank you so much, Gina.
Yeah, that was great.
Much. Thank you.
You are officially canon in our homebrewed world.
Officially.
So if you ever want to step back into the boots of Loon, please let us know. We would love
Bar
to have
fighting
you.
in a tavern as Bob.
Raging cleric.
Right?
I will be sending you frequent DMs on what Loon is doing at this point, that point, what they got up to.
We need to know where to write you.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I
maybe
would
we'll see
love
you
that.
again down the line.
Goblin
Absolutely.
Orphanage. Like, we'll find you.
The moment that I heard that there was another barbarian in the group, I was like, yes, I have a brother.
Hell yeah.
And that was my first time
gosh.
playing a barbarian, so that was really fun.
It was really good.
Yeah,
really
it was
well done.
awesome.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, Gina. Was there anything
Thank
you
you,
wanted to plug or socials or anything like that where people can
Yeah.
find you?
Absolutely. If you guys want to come join me on stream, my stream is the same name on all my socials, Miss Gina Darling, MISSGINA Darling. And thank you guys so much for having me. I had a wonderful time, and Loon will always be here to take care of you, to heal and also fight for you.
Hell yeah. Good old bag of Bob.
A
Until
bag of brother.
everybody, have a great night. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I snorted someone's brother.
I got some vitamin D and I've never felt better. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Rise up, tonight is all we have. Let's drop